it's like they're injecting something in their veins.
Yeah, it's an addiction.
Yeah, it's just like a part of like capitalism. I hate how you just use that word like that.
Yeah, it's literally an addiction.
Way to go full woke there.
Yeah.
Mucho. Jeez.
I just don't fuck with people's relationship with coffee out here. I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah.
All right, well, how was y'all weeks? What happened in the last 7 days?
Yeah, I had my first steady day party.
Yeah, I saw it looked great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was probably my biggest turnout of a party so
Yeah,
far.
you rammed that shit out. Pause.
It was pack up.
Yeah, I mean, Trezor was there, Clyde was there. You know, Zoe was hating on us. So
I was not hating. I was listen.
So she didn't pull up.
I was not hating.
We're going back and forth with Zoe in the group chat too, expecting her to be there and everything too. And Zoe's not coming.
I didn't see anything in the group chat.
We were talking about like Barstool and stuff, and I'm like, all right. I was like, you know what? I gotta tell her something about this, but I'm gonna see her at the party. So
Screaming, no.
And you were there. I was like,
I actually have a funny story from that party. So I'm there walking around. I see a girl that I'm cool with, you know?
Why are you dying?
This is a funny
I told her the
story.
story. I see this girl that I'm cool with. I haven't seen her in a long time. Oh my God, how are you? Oh, hi, yeah, whatever, you know? She's like, yo, let's go get a drink. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're walking to the bar and like we're talking and then she says, she's like, yeah. So like you get me a drink. I was like, she definitely does not know you. You can't say let's go get a drink and then say you get me a drink. That's not how the flow of that conversation works. But I was like, you know what? All right, today I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling nice. Sure. What do you want? So we get to the bar. She's like, yeah, just give me like a Don Julio. I said, Don Julio? What? I said, no. I'm like, you're going to have to bring it down. She's like, all right, Casamigos. I'm like, Casamigos?
I think that's even going up.
I'm like, no. I said,
no?
1800 max.
1800 max, Trezor.
Max. This was you already baited me into a drink. You got to take what you get. You can't Don Julio Casamigos. I'm like, I'm sorry, Fred. I'm not doing that. I'm like, you know what? I'll get you a shot from the bottles that we have. Because then I was like, okay, how much is it? The girl said $25. I said,
for a shot of Don Julio?
$25?
Sounds about right.
I was like, no, I'll just get you a drink from the bottles over there.
What's the problem?
I wasn't doing that. No,
but what's the problem? Either way, you're going to get a drink. If I, like...
Listen, Don Julio, you were pushing it, Fred. That was crazy.
This girl's ridiculous. She wouldn't even take Barrio. Oh man,
that was 1800 bar? No, I think isn't like Jose
over there. El Jimador's Barrio.
I don't like that one.
Realistically though,
you're having it.
Yeah.
If I'm like,
people will take whatever.
Like, so you want a shot? You're not gonna be like, what is it? You're gonna be like, it's tequila. All right, fine.
Yeah. See, people who do that, I don't like that.
Why? But like certain things, like if you give me a Jose, I'm not taking a Jose. No, there's no way. Like a Jose Cuervo. If I saw the bottle, absolutely.
If you saw,
we're just having shots at the bar.
If Mucho just handed you a clear tequila shot.
Yeah.
And you just backed it.
I'd be sick. I know for sure. Jose tastes terrible.
It does.
So I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Character building experience.
I'd be like, I knew that was some...
Yeah.
But that story just reminds me of like, it's bare times where I'm like, all right, I'm about to go to the bar. And then like 1, 2, or maybe 3 girls are like, yeah, I'm going to come too. I'm like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Sometimes just let me go by myself.
Yeah.
Don't tell us that's where you're going.
Because that could put you in a corner
when
a girl tells you, let's get a drink. Because you know that. Yeah. I'm just assuming because we're friends and like this isn't my mindset that like when you say let's get a drink, I thought you meant like either you already had something lined up or you were buying it.
Yeah.
But like the let's get a drink, it can get sticky. Especially if you actually want to impress that girl, you're kind of put in a corner.
I went out with a girl once. Actually, first, let me rewind. I didn't go out with her. I was out, and there was a girl in the booth that we were both in, and the booth we were in had Casamigos. It had Don Julio, so it had Casamigos, Don Julio, like the silver, I think, and then Don Julio 1942.
Oh shit!
I usually don't grab a 1942 bottle. That's kind of my
Yeah.
threshold. This is not my booth.
You gotta let them do
yes,
it.
you invited me in, but I am not boasty enough to grab the 1940. That's an expensive ass bottle.
You got etiquette.
So I usually grab the Casamigos. I'll grab the Don Julio. I'm trying to fix up a drink. But 1942, I let sit unless someone offers it to me or I see someone pick it up and I'm like,
Yes,
cool.
good decorum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I picked up the Casamigos and I'm pouring myself a drink and the girl goes, oh, like, can you get me some too? So I go to pour the Casamigos and she like hits my hand. Like, no. That one. And pours the 1942. She's like, I don't drink that. And I said, girl, you take your hand and you pick up the 1942. I will not.
And that's cap.
And like, girl, Casamigos is like, what are we talking about? Are we tequila-ist all of a sudden? Like now Casamigos is too low for niggas?
No, it's too low when you're not buying it. That's what
Like-
she's saying.
1942 to me is a treat.
Yeah.
Like, all right, niggas in here balling. Cool.
And 1942 don't even taste good. if
Oh,
we're keeping it
1942 is
stat.
smooth. 1942 is smooth.
I don't like it.
I think it tastes pretty good.
I like it a lot.
I think it
but-
tastes better than Casamigos.
Way
I don't
better
even
than
think
Casamigos, but I'm not-
Casamigos taste fake.
For sure, but I'm not going to turn up my nose to Casamigos and Don Julio because there's a 1942 bottle there.
I'll drink anything.
That's
Anything's crazy.
I'll drink any liquor.
That's crazy how times.
I have my preferences, but except for like Firecracker, like Jägermeister or something, I'll drink anything.
Okay.
Like we were in the section at a certain point, and then my homegirl bought like what was it? The brown liquor. It was
I don't
Crown
remember
Royal.
this.
Oh.
She bought Crown. Oh, I remember that.
still
She
drink
was
Crown
like, fuck it. I'm like, he's
Yeah,
just like
I
me.
hate Crown Royal, but whatever.
No,
I'll
Crown
do it.
Royal's not bad. I wouldn't mind Crown
I
Royal.
don't mind. Okay.
Crown Royal, I'm not mad. I'm not drinking Jose, and I'm not drinking Absolute.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That
I'm
might
not
be my
drinking
limit.
Smirnoff.
Crazy.
Vodkas are my limit. I don't
No,
do vodkas.
I'll drink Ciroc.
And I don't like Ciroc.
I'll drink Ciroc.
A vodka could make a good vodka cran though.
Yes.
Make a solid vodka cran.
could do a
And
vodka-
cranberry juice is always in the section.
I could do a
Yeah.
vodka mixed drink. I can't do a vodka shot. I'll yak.
I can do a vodka. If it's short, what do you mean? Your friend who has barbecues all the
Ciroc?
time, it's straight Ciroc in those
And I
ones.
don't drink those. I don't drink it unless I'm already turned.
Oh, I don't mind. I'll throw down the Ciroc if it's there.
No, hell yeah.
When we're getting to the point where Casamigos is looked down upon, we're in a scary place.
No, we're approaching.
Because
Yeah,
that used to be
It used to be, but
Yeah.
everything has its era, right? Ciroc was it in like 2013, 14.
Yeah, you're right.
Hennessy.
Hennessy, oh my
Hennessy.
god.
You couldn't even
Yeah.
say the word tequila in a certain year. It was
Hennessy
only
had
Henny.
it for a
Yeah,
long
they've had great
time.
PR the last
Only
few years.
So
Henny.
what is
Yeah.
it now? Don Julio?
Yeah.
Don Julio's coming back. It's starting to, Patron like tried to like slide in, and then
Yeah.
people are kind of like,
Didn't work. Yeah.
But now I'm seeing a lot of Don Julios are coming through a lot. The brown and the
brown
silver.
bottle
The
Don
brown bottle
Julios,
Don,
yeah.
with the
Patron
flat
just-
bottom. People
Yeah.
are putting on their heads.
Patron feels like Cristal, like very dated 2000s.
It does.
106 and Park ass fucking.
Feels like
you
Lil
know.
Jon.
Yeah. Crunk music era. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say this. I knew Clyde was having fun on
yeah.
Saturday. Cause one, he just
This
kept
has happened at least 3 or 4 times when I'm out with you.
okay, yeah, because he just kept saying he was leaving for like an hour.
I was. And I
I'm
was
like,
going to leave. I was kind of like, no, because like, I don't know, I was going to do tubs the next day. I was like, all right, I'm not joining you guys in the full
He healed me
apartment.
5 times. I'm like, bruh, if you gotta leave, you gotta leave. But
And then they started playing good, like,
Yeah.
you know, then the set turned up, and then
And then there's also I have like I was looking at all the videos I took. You're catching a bubble, and then I listened to the music. It was I'm a
Oh,
piano.
I remember that. I remember that. I don't know how that started.
He caught a bubble to what?
I'm a piano. I'm like, all right, he's
Like
my,
the song by Shake?
no.
just-
The
Oh,
genre.
I'm a piano.
I remember him. I saw him talk to the girl, and I turned around and turned back, and they were dancing. But I was like, I don't know how you did that to this, but sure.
Oh, wow.
we made it work.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was killing me.
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's
need to introduce
funny.
ourselves. What episode are we on?
I mean, we're still on weekly recaps. So
Okay, well,
Yeah,
welcome
we
to
did
episode
do it.
20, guys. My fault.
we're in 20.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
this
thought
is
we were
20.
on 19.
No, last week was 19.
Are you sure?
I'm almost. Are we?
No, it was 19.
It was 19.
So we're on 19 now.
No, we're on 20.
We're on 20. All right, guys, welcome to episode 20. I'm your main host, Zoe.
I'm Clyde.
Chisor.
Why do you say Tresor?
I don't know.
I know.
I usually go second.
Oh, okay, let's try again.
Son,
Welcome to episode 20. I'm your main host, Zoe.
I'm Chisor.
I'm Clyde.
Mucho.
And then our Mucho. Oh, God. Our intro is set.
Yes.
Now let's recap.
We're on our Gary Payton today.
There we go.
I'm not mad at that. Okay.
Why you mad at Gary Payton? Why you telling him to shut up for Gary Payton?
Because I was hoping for like something off the top of his head, but I just see the screen. I'm like,
But you gotta admit that from 16 to 20 that is kind of one of the worst eras for numbers in the NBA. We're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
not the
number, man.
greatest.
It's about to become easy for a little bit, and then
We needed to say the football niggas too.
Yeah.
He was 20 in the NFL.
Also at the party, I was standing there chilling, and some girl was kind of looking at me. And you know when you're like trying to like not really make eye contact with someone, but you could see them staring at you. And I hope she doesn't listen to this because she was a nice lady. Just it just wasn't one of them. She's like, "Oh, can I try on your glasses?" I was like,
Girls are so lame.
and I'm like,
Get the game.
I just didn't want to have the debate of why did it? I was like, all right. So I gave it to her. I'm a nice guy. I gave it to her. Whatever. I'm chilling, minding my business. She's like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, tell her my name. She's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then she like grabs my hand to like spin around to dance on me. I'm like, I can't.
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, you have a girl?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then this is the part that threw me. She's like, "Oh, where is she?" And I kind of had to.
That's kind of
But I don't think she said it in a malicious way. Like she was acting like, "Oh, like And I didn't want to tell her that she wasn't there. I was like, "Oh, she's like, she's like somewhere over there. Somewhere over there." She's like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's all good." I had to like fake act like she was there. I've never had to do that before, but
Yo, you want to know something? I haven't just like gone and like to bubble a guy I don't know.
what do you mean?
Like I don't. Like in
where
a long.
you went to go
Wait,
bubble?
I
you
don't
didn't
actively
approach.
go. No,
Okay.
I don't actively go.
Because I saw
to-
you bubbling all types of dudes you didn't know.
What?
in Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but like, did you see me go up
You
to
didn't
him?
want-
Exactly.
And that's what I said.
Like it has been. I can't tell you last time I actually went up to a guy and like initiated the bubble.
You did pursue.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you last time I did that.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
fair.
Sometimes girls do like the half initiation where you could tell they want
like
you
they're
to.
looking at you,
You know what I mean?
or they're dancing and they kind of like step back closer
Look
towards
closer.
you
Yeah.
and wait for you.
So you
They do the hitch. They do the 80-20.
The 80
Yeah, I know
broke
that
that
one.
down, yeah.
Where you like 80 towards his piece and he has to like 20.
Yeah,
So you can just feel like this bit, like he's like close. He's gotta like press up a little bit.
yeah, they'll do that a lot. But
The sacred dances from the avatars and the tails.
yeah, he's
Draw.
tails.
He's gotta press up a little bit.
But yeah, but if that woman hears this, it was nothing personal. Nothing.
Yeah,
against
you just
you.
being a good you.
Just wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
Can I try on your glasses? Is so lame. I'm so sorry. Like
I kind of knew where it was going from the "Can I try on your glasses?"
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought I could have just cut it a bit earlier.
Nah.
Was there a
Yeah.
pickup line you guys ever witnessed that a girl was just like trying it and it just didn't work?
A pickup line that a woman tried on me and didn't work. Nah, girls don't like creative pickup lines. Not really. Like women don't be thinking that hard.
Yeah.
They'll just
you
like
know.
stare at you or something.
Yeah, they'll flirt with you or say like, "Oh, I know you from somewhere."
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Or they'll just say you're cute. Like girls don't really do the
They don't
pickup
try and be
lines.
creative.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
not
You know what
really.
pickup
You're
line is?
fine.
All right, that
That
could work.
works.
That one.
That could
I-
work.
Anyone
For the
Never
listeners,
failed me.
Simple but
It's
effective.
never failed
for
me.
the listeners, what you do right there?
She did like a come
I
hither
did like a come here.
with her finger.
But you gotta use your index finger with your thumb out so you can see the nails.
Oh wow!
And then you gotta
Have you
bring
ever
it
had to
in.
push back? Did you come here?
Yeah, like
That's how you gotta. That's what you
then he'd be like, and I'm like, oh no, you're ruining the effect. Like, make it sexy. What the hell?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Make it sexy.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, so what do you do like if it's a girl that you don't want to go over there to?
A girl's mom in Jamaica did that to me actually.
Really?
When we're
A
waiting,
girl's mom?
yeah, when we're waiting for you guys because you guys were having lunch or dinner, one of those. Like a girl's mom was like, "My daughter thinks you're cute,"
Oh.
and then I look over and she's like, 5.5.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
But I still got her IG, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you were dedicated.
I'm,
That's how
I'm
you-
not gonna be rude, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's when you just lie. Just lie. Say
Where
you have a
was this?
girl.
It's when you guys, because I lost my wristband, right?
Was that
Like parade day.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
you guys were eating or whatever, and I was eating chicken foot soup.
Oh my god.
That low key used to be my lie when I was single, and I didn't want to
My
talk to a
friend
girl.
thinks you're cute?
No.
Oh.
Like if a girl was trying to talk to me or ask for my info or something that I didn't want to talk to, I'll just tell them I have a girl.
Oh, I do that all the time.
But
Especially because I wear the necklace with my actually I kept am I ruining it now? People are gonna know. So the aura is for my dad. So when guys see it, they're like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, it's my man.
oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really good. That's good.
But it's
Not for Relentless?
I mean double entendre.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So people are like, oh, I thought your name was Zoe. I'm like, yeah, it's my man.
We need our change.
That actually is smooth. But like, as a man, I don't. Whatever, bro. Just give it to him, like, and then maybe
Nah.
R her in the thing after.
Nah, I'd rather just not get there.
Yeah.
Or if it does get
If you
there,
have a girl,
No,
like for a single.
Oh, he's single. Yeah.
if it does,
are you crazy?
if it does get there, sometimes I'll just give the wrong number.
Oh, that's nasty.
I never give numbers anyway, though.
I'm not
How
a
is
number
that
giver.
nasty?
Give the wrong numbers is rude. Just don't give the number.
Girls do that all the time, though.
I just don't give my number.
Okay, fair.
Because at least if I give the wrong number, it
You
can
can
be
say you
seen as an
accidentally
honest
did it.
mistake. And I feel like that's
But
letting
some
you
niggas
down.
be calling you.
Oh well, girls never
Niggas
tried
do
that
that.
to me.
Like you'll give a number, but yeah, and they press call. It's like, yo,
Oh yeah.
Yo, if that happened to me, oh my God. if
No,
that happened.
I've done that. I've done that for sure.
wow.
Like you
I've definitely
checked?
done that.
You've called in front of them?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you,
For
bro?
sure, I've done that. In my
honestly-
younger days, I've done
That
that.
feels scary though.
Okay, but that was the younger you. You know you were tripping.
I don't think it's tripping. You can play it off to be funny. Like you can make it.
You can make it game.
You can
But you're
make it
putting her on the
power.
spot because
Yeah.
let's say your game wasn't working that day.
Yeah.
She was trying to give you a fake number.
Yeah.
Now you're putting her on the spot.
But now I'm gonna make a joke out of you giving me the wrong number. I'm not gonna
No.
press you.
No.
It's always worked. It's never been
So
a weird
girls
situation.
have given you a
for me.
fake number, you've called, realized it's fake, and they made a joke.
Yeah.
No.
I've done that.
Character
Did you
building.
just probably
It's
number after?
It's probably happened once or twice.
What happened after?
Nah, but if that's the rejection, I'll just take it as a rejection. I'll just
Okay.
make a joke and then
and then yeah,
Walk
that's
away?
it.
Yeah.
Go on your merry way. But you got her nervous for a couple seconds there.
yeah. I like to put people in
Yeah.
safe, consensual, compromising positions.
Well done.
You like testing people. You like setting traps.
Yeah, I want to see how much I can make someone sweat. I'll do that on purpose.
That's entrapment.
And I'll do that.
I don't play
Especially
those games.
even when I don't do that anymore, but especially when say there was a girl that like did me dirty or I had some sort of, something with where she knows she was in the wrong, and say this is my first time seeing her and she's like with a man or something, I won't say nothing to her. I won't do nothing, but I will definitely put myself in the vicinity just so she could sweat. I used to do that a lot.
Men are insane.
I hear you.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna make it weird. Only this is like a Drake bar,
My
only
presence
you and
is so
I
abrasive.
know what's going on right now.
I get it though. You keeping the combo spicy, like it's just
A little trolling.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we need that. Yeah, I get it. How's the rest of your work trip? That's all that happened over there. The coffee mix up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, regular work trip, it was cool. We had like, good dinners, regular work stuff. I mean, Richmond is like one big suburb. Everyone's really nice though. That's kind of, they said it was like the Midwest or no, Mid-South kind of. Like
Yeah.
it's South, but like not all the way fully South.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But yeah, everyone was really polite there. I was actually surprised because it's kind of like a toss up in American cities. Sometimes people can be real assholes. Some people can be nice. A really nice city. Everyone there. And there were some really good looking niggas over there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was like, whoa. All right. Like almost every guy that I saw was black was like tall and good looking. I was like, what?
At work.
Not at work, like at the hotel or like,
the streets.
Uber driver or like worked at, a restaurant. I was like,
Okay.
what?
I was
gonna do
about
a
to call your
dapping up
HR.
tens.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
We were gonna do a dapping up tens at the work party.
Nah, it's crazy.
Your work
Yo,
doesn't
so-
make you do that kind of stuff.
I
know where you're going.
Some woman online was like, I hate when girls do dapping up tens to dudes.
Why?
I think they don't like to see men happy.
It must be.
must
The
be
internet doesn't like to see men happy in general.
I love doing my dapping up tens when
Yeah,
I did
I was
it.
like, damn, this is a shot at Zoe.
But you know which part? Like the thing
and
with
it's a
dapping
great
up
way to
tens.
swerve on niggas if you're really trying to.
Yeah.
Because then it starts a whole
get that.
conversation. Like,
Yeah.
cut the cameras,
I don't
obviously. but
like. I don't like the dapping up tens, and I'm obviously talking the ones where the tens are women. I don't like the dapping up tens videos when we're not keeping it real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that happens the most when the person doing the Dapping Up 10s video is another girl. She doesn't keep it. She'll like put her friends in it, and it's like you feel me? Like
I won't lie.
The body positivity dapping up 10s video.
it doesn't even have to be a body thing.
That's so mean.
It doesn't even have to be that. It's just
That's
like
not what he's describing.
That was fat phobic.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, okay. I didn't really even mean. To
I was
speak
talking
like
about
that.
like face cards. You put the body in there.
I think I have a great eye for a good face card, man or woman.
Really?
I think so.
Every
'Cause
every woman thinks so, man.
What do you mean?
And every woman, none of their friends are ugly. Yeah, we know.
Well, you said no, but you said myself. All my friends are very good looking. Not because I only have like looks.
Let's correct it. We never said all your friends are good looking. We said you only hang out with good looking
No,
people.
that's not true.
That's
I mean,
very
it's true
accurate.
because all my friends are good looking. But
Zoe has a draft chart of women that she
Yeah, she
knows
does.
Here we
that
go.
she handpicks.
That's not true.
Depending on
She's like,
the
this
scenario.
is a stay-at-home friend.
If she's not coming out, maybe second round, we can get her to come out to the event.
You seen with her?
You guys are so.
You want a
messy.
scouting report and everything.
No.
She has the pins with like the needles going with the yarn going across, connecting.
Well, she knows him, so if we go with her, she can get us this. But you know,
This girl and this girl make a good
This night at
match.
44, I select.
This one can't stand
I can't
with
let her. She
that
has
one.
problems with her. So
It's good co-branding.
I just feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you might be better than most, but
Do you ever hang out in groups where you're like, and this might sound wrong, but I mean
what
it.
you trying to say? The ugly one?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. Where you're like not
That's what it's-
the
yeah.
where you're not the leader.
And I don't think I'm the
Because you
leader.
tend to be the leader.
oh, we're gonna bring this back.
Oh, dear God.
She's the group leader.
I don't think I'm the group leader.
Really?
Because my thing is, I have
You
different
never-
friends in
I
different
don't know.
groups, and I don't think I'm the leader.
But
in
have
any
you
of them.
ever seen Zoe anywhere where she's not the one like making the moves? Like I've never seen you be the plus 1 and 2s in the situation.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I have.
think-
I have.
you see me be the plus one?
Yeah,
When?
like, I mean, we're talking about nightlife, basically, right?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always you that is the plug for the motive. Sometimes it's one of your homegirls.
That is true. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
Yeah, but you
absolutely.
can still like you can be the one still commanding what's going on, even if it's not your motive.
Nah, somebody will tell her, yo, go to the front of this line, blah, blah, blah. Yo, nah, this place is whack. We're gonna go to this one instead. In Jamaica, it was like that sometimes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, where I'm not. Yeah.
Exactly,
For sure. Yeah. But I mean, like usually it depends. I think with like the pod and like how I've become, I guess, more popular per se. Like it's just easier for me to like plug people into stuff. So that's why I usually like navigate. You know, you get man's guest list, or we get line bypass, or Like it's just easy.
Do you like getting those questions from your friends now? They're probably getting more plentiful now.
What do you mean? Like yo,
Yeah,
can you-
yo, you can plug me? Or you know, like what you like, you know when someone hits you like, yo, what you saying tonight?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's only because they want to get plugged wherever you're at.
I don't mind. Depending on the friend, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
I feel like you're really cool with saying no though too, and just being like, nah.
Sometimes I'm like, yo, it's either I'm not
just
going
breezing
or like
somebody's message.
I can't. It's not one of those
Yeah,
for that
like
one.
I can't.
Yeah.
I think people need to know their friendship rank as well.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't
Boundaries. Know your boundaries.
like I wouldn't, yo, what are you saying tonight to someone who I don't think like would want me there or like is cool with plugging me.
Yeah. But then sometimes I
always
don't.
good about that.
Sometimes I don't ask people, and they're like, "Bro, why did you not ask me?" And I was like, "Man,
That happens
Yeah,
too.
I didn't want to be a burden.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on.
Or something I just didn't know that you had a plug.
yeah, like what? How am I supposed? Like, why didn't you just hit me up?
I'd
What
be
the
like
hell?
that, yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah. But I mean, my week was cool, and then I went to anybody on Sunday. I mean, that's also like one of the reasons why I didn't go to study because I can't do Lavelle back to back. And I'd already secured an RSVP to anybody that I was coming. And they sent me the ticket, but I was like, yo, there's no way I'm doing Lavelle on Saturday and Lavelle on Sunday.
Yo,
like my
Lavelle-
weekend is not going to be Lavelle.
Lavelle
totally
is a
get it.
fire hazard. Has anyone
Oh,
not
110%.
thought about
Yo,
at the end,
Like, why? For you guys that don't know, you're not from the sea. Lavelle is like on a rooftop, and the only exit is like one elevator.
Dead ass.
Oh, that's
So when the
crazy.
party
Dead
ends,
ass.
it's just hundreds of people crammed trying to
Yep.
get into this one elevator.
This factored
What
into
if-
me wanting to leave early. It's just like, this is
No,
about to be
I don't blame
Beat the
you.
traffic
I don't
like a
blame
Raptors
you.
game.
This is
It's
gonna be
crazy,
great.
man.
It's like Rebel, but a venue. Like,
Yeah.
what else? Like,
No,
there's,
it's literally Rebel, but high.
yeah, but there's one way out, and it's one small narrow. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that
There's
was-
no way.
yeah.
There must be more than one way, and they just don't let people
So
go there.
I
It's
was when I went
impossible.
to
There's two
I
ways,
forgot what
yeah.
event I was at. There was an event I went to at Rebel. At Lavelle. Maybe like was it last summer or the summer before? I don't know. But it was maybe the summer or the last summer before that. And shit was popping off, like up like fights were breaking out.
Oh, right on.
And we had to like cut through like the kitchen. Like I was like, yo, I'm getting out of here because I thought that shots were gonna go off.
Really?
Like it got to that point.
What?
Yes.
When was this?
This was, I think it was summer 2023. I think.
Wow.
I think. Because I remember what I was wearing. I remember who I was with. So I feel like it was summer 2023. And shit was popping off. Like guys were fighting, bottles were being smashed. I was like, yeah,
What?
you know what? I gotta go. Because I don't play these games. And I remember, I'm like, yo, we can't go the elevator route. So I'm like, we gotta go. There has to be another way out. So I just literally just started like bulldozing through people towards like the employee way.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Somehow found myself like in like the apartments, like the condos that's
Yeah.
attached to it.
There you go.
And then just walked down flights of stairs, like one. I think I got down to like maybe like I forgot what floor, maybe like 3 flights or flights of stairs down until one door just opened, and I was like, "Fuck it." Everyone walked through and just caught the elevator from there.
Zoe was running through the kitchen like Jason Statham.
Yeah.
I would have. I'm not gonna lie. If
Great
shots
reference.
start ringing off in that place, I don't know. I'm gonna jump in the pool and stay underwater, Navy SEAL style, until it's done, bro. There's nothing I can. What else
What is
can
that
you
gonna
do?
do for you?
You're a quick thinker. You just came up with that.
Yeah, jump in the pool and lay at the bottom while shots are popping off.
You need some sort of tube device
No
to
one is
maintain
gonna
your
be
breath.
paying attention to the pool when shots are going off.
How
I'll be
long can you
safe.
stay under there?
No.
No, I'll come up for air, but I'm
No,
saying.
that's actually stupid. That is so stupid.
I think
and
that's a good
that
plan.
pool's not even that deep.
If I'm standing like this on the edge of the pool,
The
no one
pool's
see
not
me.
deep. You can't even stand in that pool.
If I go on my knees, you
still- that pool is
down.
probably like
you
up
know
to
how you
my
come up for
waist.
air? Boom.
Nah, no one's coming for me.
He's
I'm
not a
just
school
saying.
shooter, bro.
The Lavelle
It's a
pool
beef. He's
is
not gonna
shallow.
find this resort to that.
He's waiting for you to pop back up at the top. Oh my god.
I'll be good.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm sure the event on Sunday was good too. I know you have bare friends, yo. Of course you want to support everybody. But
I'll come to the next study.
oh, that'd be lovely.
That sounds so like.
I know, right?
But it's funny. I knew people that went both days, and then you saw their stories. It's like they're living the same life for 48
Like,
hours
it's
straight.
insane. I couldn't
I'm
do
like,
it.
yeah, that is crazy. But I do want to say though, look, same venue. All of these events are selling out.
Yeah.
There's no problem. Everybody can eat.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice venue for a day party, and we don't have many rooftops, so
Yeah, honestly, and
I'm glad it's working for everyone.
Yeah, I don't even like Lavelle really in general. I hate the elevator situation. I hate the bathroom situation, yo. I won't lie.
Yeah.
When I went, that line was so long. I just walked to the front. I mean, with all due
You
respect,
butted the line.
100%. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but like, I'm not waiting in this line, yo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna just sweet talk one of these niggas who are next. Be like, yo, babes, please let me go
Yeah.
ahead of you. I'm a woman.
I'm not gonna lie, that would work. Like, you don't even have to sweet talk me. If a woman just said, "Please, can I go next?" I'll be like, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But both problems you listed, pretty much any rooftop venue that like pushes it capacity wise is gonna have those issues. Any of them.
The drink didn't have that I remember.
Because
very
they
accessible.
only did like 150, 200 people. Like they didn't do that many people.
And it's not 15 stories up.
Yeah.
Because I had the same idea. I was like, yo, I'm going down the stairs. And then there's only get to the line, you realize, oh shit, we're 15 I'm not
Yeah.
about to walk down.
Yeah.
15
It's no
steps.
perfect venue. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't have a million washrooms and like 6 elevators. Like
Yeah,
it's-
Facts. All right. We're on the topics
we're
now.
Gonna we're gonna do this.
You guys,
went to
Zoe finally brought the whiteboard
Yeah, let's get a round of applause.
after all these weeks.
Whiteboard.
All these weeks.
So we can now all see the topics.
Hell yeah.
We have a real docket now, not just a Google Doc that we forget to update and stuff.
Right.
I don't forget to update it. I update the Google Doc and I just now we can just transfer it onto the whiteboard. You know
That
what I'm
way.
saying?
So now this is like democratic, which topics we choose. We
Yeah.
just look at it.
Now y'all can play point guard instead of me having to navigate the topics all the time. This is great.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the backcourt.
So where do we want to start?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
No, it's not.
All
There's
right.
just plenty.
So start.
So let's just start from the first one up.
Are we gonna
there.
start happy or sad?
That's what I said.
This is
2
terrible.
minutes talking about where we're gonna fucking start.
Nah, you
is
right.
Nobody wants to start.
Tory Lanez. All right, let's do it.
Oh.
All right. So, shit. I guess there's new developments with.
Is there? I don't know.
Where
what's
we
going
last on our last episode of Dragon Ball Z, like I think the last time he was stabbed in prison, right?
Yes.
And then I think almost immediately after we recorded, the day after, I think it came out that Megan or Kelsey's bodyguard had said that he overheard a conversation where they talked about how Kelsey was the one that shot Tory Lanez or Megan the Stallion.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, and they're kind of leveraging that. There's a petition now, and
A petition that Drake had posted
well, a lot
and
of people posted
encouraged
it.
all of his followers to sign.
Yeah, the Congresswoman did too.
And a lot of people were really upset.
What do you think about that, Mucho?
All right.
Man,
All right. So I'm gonna answer this with nuance. First thing I'll say is that, like, based on this situation, I've always leaned towards Tory Lanez did it. I'm a nuanced person, so who knows? I don't know 100% if he did or if he did it. But even you put the gender politics stuff aside, if someone goes on the stand and says, this person shot me, I am going to believe that person. I don't know. To me, that's pretty cut and dry. Then there's all this conflicting information that comes out, but I don't think it's anything material enough to change my mind on that. So if I was Drake, based on the information that I have, I would have never posted that. And I think he's wilding for it.
But do you think Drake knows something that we don't
There
know?
you
Or
go.
people in
For
that
sure.
Yeah,
caliber?
so there is some sort of evidence or something people don't know.
Exactly. So that's what I'm getting at. So
course.
now that's the first level, right? On the second level, there's a chance that Drake knows something material about this case that we do not. Now, I think it's likely that this material information is just something that Tory Lanez told him directly. Is Tory Lanez a reliable narrator for somebody that's really just trying to defend himself and get out of prison by any means necessary? Probably not. So even on that level,
I don't know.
on that level, if I was him, I still wouldn't post that because one, it's still he say she say, and then two, this is a little selfish, but you got to care about your brand, brother. You're already in the dumps with women at this moment.
Why do you think he's in the dumps with women?
Because of
Aside
the
from the Tory.
yeah.
Drake's been in the dumps with men.
Yeah, because you know people say his music has turned more misogynistic and stuff,
I love it.
and
Kidding.
And then
I mean, I did love her loss.
And then
and also
initially-
he already did the line about
Yeah.
this girl lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. So you know the tide was turning even before you know the Kendrick diss and stuff. So me if Tory Lanez told me that, I still wouldn't post that because I'm like it's he say she say. I don't know. Now there's a third level. The third level is perhaps Drake knows something material about this case that's objectively true,
Facts.
right? That's not from Tory Lanez or whatever. Words being spread in networks that we're not privy to. You know what I mean? There's a chance, but I feel like it's a pretty low likelihood. So I don't know. That's my take on it. If I was him, knowing what I know about this case, I wouldn't have posted that.
But say, for example, right, just for like the devil's advocate play. If you are friends, say Tresor is Tory Lanez, right? And
what I was gonna say.
you know for a fact that Tresor did not do this objectively based on something in the case that you know that was maybe mishandled. Objectively, you know Tresor didn't do it, and Tresor told you I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Are you still posting that petition? You having the platform that you have, say you're like Drake, and you have a massive platform, and you know you're one of the biggest rappers and blah, 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 and you know that your boy is in jail, but objectively he didn't do it. Are you posting that petition?
Yeah, so based on what I'm saying, I think that's a possibility, but it's a very low possibility.
Oh, so you wouldn't post it?
I would.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
In that case,
okay,
but I just
okay.
think it's a very low possibility that he has some material information that wasn't presented to the courts for some reason.
I don't know. I think even if it's not objective information, if someone who you actually consider a good friend to you,
Are they good friends?
I'm just saying.
These niggas
let's
hate
say
each other.
regular
I was gonna
friends.
say, I don't know. I'm playing devil's
Let's just
advocate. I don't
say
know.
a friend.
I don't know how good friends Drake and Tory were.
Let's not say
Drake hated
good.
Tory for a
Let's
while.
not say good friends, because I think there are levels to this, like you said. Someone that you consider a friend
Right.
is in jail for something, and they're telling you, "Yo, I didn't do this." And then on top of that, let's say you and the other person already don't have the best relationship. I could see how for him he'd be like, "Yo, I'm posting this because." Like, I don't care, I don't think it was a good decision on his part either in terms of what you said, like branding and just how it looks. But I could see how someone could be like, yo, I'm posting this for my boy and I don't care because me and her, we're already not fly anymore. So what am I really losing from doing this? Public perception? It's not going to do nothing to me for real.
Yeah, he's still good.
Because that's the thing, like, it's not going to do anything to Drake.
It's just gonna
No,
dent
not
him.
at all.
That's it.
And even really, like, is it really? Like, it's not really
He'll
gonna
have a
do
bad
nothing.
week.
Yeah, he'll have
PR-wise.
like a week.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he's already been having a bad time recently.
Yeah,
so.
he might just be leaning into it.
Yeah.
But even in that case that you just gave, like he didn't have no beef with Meg Thee Stallion before this stuff.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying him and her might not be fly because of that line, and then she might have
Were
gotten
they
mad at
falling
him.
off
and-
before?
Oh, I thought you meant
I don't
before.
think so.
I thought you meant before the case.
No.
Or it
No.
could have been some
No.
Nicki crossover or like
No.
inherited type
I don't.
shit.
Think, but
I
I
don't
no,
even mean
because
no-
Nicki and Meg had a song together.
I know, but then immediately
then they
after
started
that, they
beefing
had
too.
problems.
Not immediately after.
It was pretty close
Hot
proximity.
Girl
It was-
Summer
It was
was
before
like
she got. It was before she got allegedly shot. Yeah.
Nicki and Megan were beefing before she got shot.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And then I didn't even think about that as well. So you add the Nicki layer on
Yeah.
top
Double
of.
check that, Trey.
If you add the Nicki,
People say that
I'm
song's
loyal.
cursed.
Hot Girl Summer. Why is it cursed?
Just because the events that followed. They made a song together, they started beefing, and then the whole shooting incident.
Yeah, if you add the I'm loyal to Nicki layer on top of the me and this person already aren't fly,
Okay, true.
on top of the me and the person who is alleged to have do it are fly, I can see how that can
Listen,
happen.
if I
Yes, they were
had,
beefing before she was shot. Yeah.
yeah, if I had information that a good friend, is being railroaded. Like real information, which I'm not really sure he actually has. I think he's just taking Tory's word for it.
Yeah. But at what point would you take someone's, like, if he told you what happened, someone else who was there told you what happened and the story lines up, is that enough for you?
It's getting there. Yeah. But even with this bodyguard, he's just saying, I heard maybe, like it doesn't.
I thought initially it was the bodyguard who was part of the incident.
Yeah.
That's when I was kind of like, oh, okay, this probably has some legs for them to try and reopen something. But it's someone that just heard something somewhere, Like I don't think this is really going to do anything, and they're leaning into the momentum of it.
Yeah, but-
because he also messaged or Jason Lee on his podcast. He like read DMs from Tory, where Tory's like
Text
there's-
messages.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of suppressed evidence that he's claiming allegedly that
Yeah.
but I don't see how
Do you believe that
he's lost
Tory
all his
Lanez
appeals.
is actually texting Jason Lee?
or someone that has his.
I don't
You
know.
think it's like a handler of his or something?
I don't know.
don't
Why
know.
would Tory Lanez be texting Jason Lee?
He recorded like albums behind Jill, so I'm
And
sure he
he
could
He
get.
definitely has a phone.
No,
but
I'm saying I'm not
Jason
saying.
Lee?
Yeah, but Jason Lee.
What's weird about that? He's
I don't
plugged
know.
in.
Yeah, it's possible. It's not all the way out of the realm. of
Jason Lee got a
possibility.
Kanye interview.
It's like him
It's the type of
texting,
story Jason Lee would break.
and it's like him texting academics. It's on the same level.
I just feel like Jason Lee's such a messy bitch.
Yeah, he's just gay
It's on the same
academic.
level.
Gay academics is crazy.
That's a great. Oh yeah, you got a
Gay academics
But
is
then
crazy.
also-
very accurate way to put to put it.
But then also
It's
you've
good
been
podcasting.
seeing like people are really starting to get divided after this because
Super divided now.
After what
It's getting worse.
After what Meg said in response to it, Azalea Banks responded to her, which I'm shocked
Yeah.
about because Azalea's usually not on men's side of things.
What did
But
she
she's
say?
been on Drake's side though.
You
So
wanna
wait,
read
do
it?
you want to know what? Okay, so what Meg said, and interesting, Meg posted like a statement on TikTok,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen. Maybe I'm just out the loop. I haven't really seen anyone post like a statement on TikTok
But I get
versus
it,
like
though.
an
Starting
IG
a trend.
story.
I get
or
it, though.
a IG. Why do you get it?
Look at just critically think about the demographics of people who are consuming the content on Instagram versus TikTok.
Fair. Okay.
It would behoove her to go to TikTok
Yeah.
then Instagram.
Yeah.
Smart should go to
Instagram
Twitter
is
then.
older people, people that might not really follow quote unquote trends as much, who might, say stuff.
I mean, turn off the comments anyways. So
Yeah. TikTok is more younger people that will just,
interesting. Well,
so
okay.
it
So
makes
what
sense
she
to
says
me.
was, at one point, are y'all gonna stop making me have to live being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute him/y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Okay? Question mark. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows he did that shit. I don't give a fuck about a blog or a bot. Why in the fuck would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this motherfucker about shooting me? How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. Fuck the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new fucking evidence. Y'all been saying the same shit for years. Tory, please leave me alone, you fucking demon. I'm off this silly ass internet shit. Bye.
And then what did Azalea Banks say?
And then Azalea Banks is like kind of crazy.
Usually you can't read her
Put it in the
quotes.
thing.
Azalea Banks. Oh, I don't.
Even reading her quotes a lot of the time is.
I don't know if I can find it.
She be bugging out, bro.
She gives a good read.
When did she say
this?
Azalea Banks said, sis, Tory is in a jail hospital, probably knocked out on a sedative and pain meds trying to heal. When did he say anything? He hasn't even told his fans he is okay. The public doesn't have proof the man is still alive. No photos, no word from the family. Girl, is the devil's in your head making you spaz like this? If I were you, I would calm down. You're making the block hot. Shh, at the Stallion.
Okay.
I think Azalea Banks is just a contrarian, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. And there's a lot of women who are basically like, you're a liar. Right? When she lied about having sex with Tory on on her interview with Gayle Kings, when she said, oh, what I have to lie about? People are putting people like, you lied already. You know what I mean? Which I think are very two different extremes of lying.
Yeah.
You know?
But why didn't any of her celebrity friends defend her? Like, yeah, Chris Brown and Drake defend Tory, but no female celebrities are defending Meg though.
Oh, is that true?
No, that's not true.
How many people defend?
I
didn't see.
I know Kalani was super riding for Meg, but Kalani's she's a social justice type of person.
But has Kalani
she
said
made a post
anything
about
now?
Recently,
No,
I
I don't think so.
haven't.
Isn't
but I'm
Kalani-
not tapped into
Isn't
the
Kalani
girls.
non-binary?
No,
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, I don't think she identifies
know.
as she. I think she's they.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
See, y'all don't be believing in me, man.
Listen, they give you shit every time in the comments. I'm just.
But the
double
point
checking.
is,
Kalani's posting thirst trap.
You are correct.
I'm always
She's gay
correct.
then, right?
She's non-binary.
Yeah.
non-binary. Okay.
Kalani's posting thirst trap. She's not posting anything about Meg.
Yeah, but anyways, because she was riding with her initially, she took Tory off of her album and all that type of stuff. But yeah, who
But
knows
I mean
what
now
happened
though.
after?
I haven't
But-
seen any celebrity come out now.
Yeah.
I think
And
she
say
The
it.
one part that I will agree with Azalea on is Tory actually hasn't really said anything. It's like people
Yeah.
speaking on his behalf.
On his behalf.
So getting mad at him, I don't think is fair.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't really said anything.
Yeah, maybe let him recover a little bit.
Yeah, but throughout this whole time, he's been, even if he was to speak about it, he's been speaking very vague.
Yeah.
So it's not even like he's been coming out and being like she's a liar. He's never called her a liar. So I feel like anyone, not just Meg, but anyone should be directing their energy at the people speaking on his behalf and not necessarily him.
Yeah.
That is more so what she's talking
Jason
about.
Lee
though.
reported that
No, but
he
she talked about, she said Tory,
Yeah,
Tory,
yeah,
Tory,
you're a
Tory.
demon, you're a
She's
demon,
talking
fuck
about
that,
him.
Yeah,
Leave me
and
alone.
Jason Lee reported that he kind of insinuated that he was protecting Kelsey and Megan by taking the fall of going to jail. And he was like, I didn't protect one black, I protect two black women, and how he didn't want to see.
That's how he spun it.
That's
how
how
he spun it.
Jason Lee had communicated that he
That's
spun
what
it.
he
spun
said.
it.
Tory Lanez said.
Yeah.
But-
So and he was
doesn't
like how he was raised by a single mom, and he didn't want to see anything happen to Kelsey.
But something doesn't
Like
make
if she
sense.
got locked up for doing it, so he's like, I don't want to take a woman away from her child.
Yo, he's hilarious.
If he said that is through the mouth of Jason Lee allegedly reading texts from Tory Lanez.
Something doesn't make sense though. Megan and Kelsey are not cool anymore. If Kelsey did allegedly shoot Meg, why wouldn't Meg just snitch on Kelsey?
I don't know.
But this is what I've been saying from the beginning.
Why would you just take the fall for a girl that you barely know?
Kylie
Like,
Jenner on the phone. She
Word.
knows everything.
Word. And this is why I'm saying something's fishy, because there's no way this happened in Calabasas and we still haven't seen a video. There is a video.
They're saying that
there's
their
like
body cam
CCTV
footage are going to
everywhere.
release,
There
but
is.
I don't know if that's true.
There's been no body cam, no video.
Nothing.
Like,
Everyone in
house ring
Calabasas
cameras.
has.
You said there's no home security footage, which I
That's
agree
what I'm
with.
saying. There has. The police have it. For some reason, it just hasn't come out. But there's
they're
no way
saying
we
suppressed
wouldn't have been
evidence,
seeing it.
so.
But
What's
no,
surprise evidence though? Like that doesn't make sense to me. They're surprised that why didn't they present it in court?
Well, there was also mishaps with the fragments and being able to identify and recognize them. They don't have them anymore, and like there was a lot.
You see, the real Tory fans are speaking now.
No, I'm
but
not.
for what you're saying,
That happened though.
but
That is
for
a
what
fact
you're
of the
saying
case.
about why doesn't Meg just snitch on Kelsey?
Yeah.
Like what I feel like my theory is from the beginning. I don't know who shot her. I can't say Tory did or didn't do it. I believe that she got shot.
Right.
And I believe whatever happened or whatever was told to her happened is what she genuinely believes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that she necessarily got told the right information, because say everyone was intoxicated, she just knows she got shot and people telling you, yo, this happened. You're going to believe it. So she could very well be being genuine, but whatever was presented could possibly not be completely what happened. And I think that's very possible.
Yeah.
I don't know what
All I know is that divide is getting deeper and deeper by the day.
Zoe,
It's looking shake.
It's just funny, and I was
don't
talking
like the
about
divides.
it. Yeah, no, it was just funny, and I was talking about it last episode too. It's like whatever side you stand on, it's like people that are 100% sure about what happened. I think you're lying to yourself, man.
No one
there.
no one except for them can be 100% sure what happened.
But let some people tell it. They act like they're 100% sure.
Who?
Just
Shorty
people
from
on the
Scarborough?
internet. Yeah, that's
How
what-
the hell she know?
No, but I'm saying, yeah, I agree with you.
Like what? Did she party with Tory Lanez once in 2019?
That's why I don't, and that's why I don't like the whole, the tweets of, oh, you'll know how a man really feels about things. Ask him about Tory and DDG and Diddy and see what he says.
Oh,
my
shit,
litmus,
yeah.
man.
my
Forgot about
litmus
that
test for
DDG, yeah.
my litmus test for if you love black women or not is how you stand on the Tory Lanez situation. Like I see a lot of that.
Like,
I don't think
like
that.
that's not fair, bro.
I'll shoot them some bail, right? Like, if they're 100% on each of those people's side, then there might be something that's up.
On either side,
No,
or on
no.
that side.
When it comes to their disrespect, like, if they're saying that they think lowly of black women, if they're on the wrong side of those topics, if they're 100% for Diddy, DDG, and Tory Lanez, yeah, you might be right.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, something's off with him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the thing. I don't think the majority of people are 100%
No, they're
on
not.
either side. But if you aren't on the side of the person asking you, they're gonna call you a bunch of names, and I don't think that's fair either.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Nobody knows for sure.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what?
Sorry, what was DDG doing exactly?
I was gonna say, moving on to the next black man in the industry who's had a rough week.
So it's been a rough week for
It's
black
been
men
a rough
in the
week for black
entertainment
men.
industry.
We got Tory, we got DDG, we got Chris Brown coming up, and then we got Diddy after that. So let's do. I mean, there's not much to say about Diddy, but let's do let's do DDG.
Yeah.
DDG. I think after we recorded last week or
Yeah, it
something
was
like that.
Literally, the moment we took the mics off,
Yeah.
I almost made us start again.
Yeah. It was reported that Halle Bailey had asked for a restraining order against DDG and sole custody of their son Halo.
Yeah.
There's reports that he was physically abusive. There was, I think, photos of her with like a chipped tooth that she said was at
I
his
seen
doing. Also, she had bruises on her arm. That was from his doing. There are reports of like them having a scuffle in a car. I think they said like her face hit the steering wheel, potentially chipping her tooth. There was a picture, bruises on her arm. He's like mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, physically. Yeah, regardless. But regardless, she was granted the restraining order, I believe.
No, she filed for it.
No, it was granted.
I'm almost positive
She
it
has
was
sole custody of
granted.
Halo now.
I
believe
don't know
she-
about that.
I believe she got sole custody. We can check. And I also believe that
I think that's why
she
it was
got
a
the
big deal.
restraining
I know the
order.
restraining order was granted.
The restraining order was.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I believe
sorry,
it was.
restraining order maybe, but yeah, just check if it actually, because she's filing these stuff, right?
But man, all of this stuff is just sad, bro. Like, no matter what you think about all of it, like, I'm telling you, bro, I hate the gender wars stuff.
sorry, bro.
These headlines are saying she's
She was
secure.
granted,
It's in process.
she was
Yeah.
granted temporary sole custody
my
of
bad.
their son after getting the restraining order.
She did secure that though.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
secured it.
And it's crazy because there's clips of DDG finding out about this. He was on Aiden Ross's stream, and everyone's like picking up their phones, and he's like, "Bro, what? Like what? Like what?" Like it was a whole thing, and then this is a whole other one of like a lot of he say she say type of stuff in terms of DDG's people have been coming out, like the other streamers that be around them, like Dub and Deshae and all of them, and they be like, Deshae was like, "Yo, like I've seen her whoop his ass." Like
What?
Wait.
the consensus from his side, 3 other people are like, "I've literally seen her be abusive to him. She used to smack the shit out of him. She used to punch him up. I've seen them get into it."
Halle
shit.
used to DDG.
Allegedly, that's what his
So
side
at best,
of people have been
they're
saying.
doing the Johnny Depp thing where they're just claiming it's mutual abuse.
Yeah, I guess so. Or they're, but well, actually no, because they're saying, yo, like he, basically what one person said was like, yo, if a girl is punching the shit out of you and you try to restrain her and you squeeze a bit too hard, what can happen? That's what they're saying, you know? And then the other side is saying like,
Shit, I didn't
It
hear all
says
that.
in a
abuse type
People
of thing.
report published on May 15th, it was revealed that Bailey was granted temporary custody of Halo, asking a judge to disallow DDG to have visitation. The actress/singer also asked that DDG, real name Daryl Granberry, and Halo have 6-hour supervised visits in Los Angeles. Bailey has also asked the court to bar the streamer and rapper from taking their son outside of LA County. So she has temporary sole custody, a restraining order. He can only get 6-hour visitation, and he can't take his son out of LA.
No matter how this outcome comes out, this is damages to him, no matter what.
I mean, cynically speaking, like all publicity is good publicity, right?
he's been moving like normal. He hasn't been taking the traditional route of what's been going on.
What's the traditional route though?
You take a step back. You make your statement.
He's streaming through it. Yeah,
he's been streaming. He's been conducting life as regular.
His numbers are probably up.
Like he hasn't.
People want to know
So
what's
in your mind,
happening.
do you think that proves he's coping with it, or is he just riding through until the truth comes out?
What? You don't.
I think
Well,
I think he believes that he's innocent.
Okay.
So he's trying to move like nothing's happening. I don't necessarily agree that that's the best way to go, but I think that's what he's doing. He's like, yo, this is whatever, so I'm just gonna move as normal. But I don't know if that's the right way to. I don't know if there is a right thing to do, honestly.
I don't know what you can do.
Yeah. If assuming he's innocent.
That's
yeah,
tough though, because you don't know what happened behind closed doors. Realistically,
yeah. You don't know, but I don't know. Haley's been posting a lot of shit.
Halle.
Halle? Oh, my bad. Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey's been posting a lot of shit, and all we're getting really is his friends, DDG's friends, kind of defending him.
and academics and stuff like
So
media that would be aligned. with.
yeah,
the right people to defend you, though.
the court of public opinion is
Yeah. So we're really just gonna have to wait until
Yeah.
this plays out because there's nothing that anyone can say that's not fact that will get anyone to be
We're
like, oh,
extremely
yeah.
biased. Like even the headlines, like for the media that's favoring DDG is like washed up Disney star Halle Bailey is like, you know, when they like really
Washed
put
up Disney
Yeah.
star.
But
you
it's
know how
on-
you know when people put things in
Little Mermaid
headlines,
not even
and-
that old.
No, I know,
No,
but it's
yeah.
just like
I know.
they're
You're
talking
really.
about people on DDG's side, like
Yeah.
the blogs and stuff.
You know those like meme pages, how they'll like
Oh,
headline
yeah,
things
yeah.
with like really, really blatant kind of like just
Yeah.
like yo,
The
you're
people
just,
that are backing DDG is not who you want to get backed by. It's
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, that's
Damn.
a fact.
But that's my problem with the internet in general because the internet
Backed
is
by
like
DDG.
Yeah, that's
See, I'm growing up.
That's
I didn't pause
true.
that.
Yeah, but that's my problem with the internet in general because no matter what you believe, you can find a group of people that believe it as well. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be pages that are for him. There's gonna be pages that are for her that paint them both negatively in both ways. So
won't
it's
lie
better to
to
just
you.
make your own opinions.
She shoulda
once
never got with
things
that man, yo.
Come out.
Wait, why do you say that?
Because like this has been disastrous from day one.
Why?
Like
But
them
what's really
together
happened
has
outside of this?
never, like no one's ever been like, oh yeah, they're such a great couple. Like it's always been, oh, he's just a streamer and she's supposed to be like this great singer and she goes to the school of Beyonce and she's gonna be a little mermaid and he's bringing down her aura and he's bringing down her value and he's not good enough for her. Then she gets pregnant. Oh, she's hiding it. Oh, is she pregnant? She's not pregnant. Oh, she's not pregnant. Yes, she is pregnant. Look at her nose. Her nose is pregnant. Oh my God, she's pregnant for that loser. This and that. Then she has a baby. Oh my God, the baby don't like her. Oh, the baby like they've always had a negative connotation around their relationship from before the child was born.
yeah, but like,
So I'll say this 1 second. I'll say this, right? Because now it's reminding me that when they were in a relationship, Ruby Rose brought up that DDG was abusive towards her.
Did she
right?
say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so now it becomes an argument, and this is really just based on your philosophy. It becomes an argument on how much can you say Halle Bailey should have known or Halle Bailey should have trusted another woman's opinion before getting in a relationship with this man. Because, you know, Halle Bailey brushed it off because it was Ruby Rose. Or at least that's the assumption.
Right.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean,
This is something that I just seen women split on. You know what I mean?
I would be very hesitant to date a man who had abuse on his jacket. Period.
Yeah.
No matter what type of woman it comes from, whether it's a Ruby Rose or a freaking Halle Bailey or whatever.
Right.
So like, if a woman has outright said, yeah, he was physically abusive, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to touch that.
But we're
That's like dating a guy who's like, oh, like he cheated on me through our whole relationship, but he's not gonna cheat. Like, oh, he's never gonna cheat on me. When girls have that mentality too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he cheated with me, but he won't cheat on me. Girl says who?
You get him how you find him,
Right?
That's another one of those things though, where because we're not in the relationship, we don't know. Like they could have had that conversation. She could have brought it to him
No,
and
for
been like,
sure.
yo, what is this? And he could have.
She's tripping.
He could have explained, or he could have actually in depth explained, and she could have believed what he said, and then they could have just continued.
No,
their
that's a high possibility for sure.
That's fair. But then how come she's not believing Ruby Rose? Even in that situation, why do you think she's not believing Ruby Rose?
Because it depends on nuance. If someone that you're with, if a girl you're dating is accused of something crazy, and you have a relationship with her to where you believe the things that she says, and she explains a situation, and her explanation seems logical,
Right.
you're probably gonna believe her. No, I don't even think it matters if you believe the other person or not. It's you believe that person more than you would believe the other person.
Yeah.
I don't think that's hard to do. Like, that's not really out of the realm of possibility. You're going to believe the person that you're dating if they tell a story that seems legitimate more than a person you don't know that already probably you don't have the best view on.
But now in hindsight, I see where you're getting at. But now in hindsight, someone like Halle Bailey's like, Halle? Am I saying that right?
Halle. Like Halle Berry,
my
Halle
fault.
Bailey.
Someone like Halle Bailey, now she's looking at it in hindsight like, I should have listened to Ruby Rose.
Question, has Chloe said anything about this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. They were just on vacation together, but I haven't
she's
seen
on a
Chloe
boat
say
somewhere.
nothing. Which is
But honestly, I'm cool with that. I don't think you have to say anything about anything if you
you
don't
don't owe
want
the
to.
public anything.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
you
could
don't
be
owe-
feeling
That's your
however
sister
she
at the end of
feels,
the day. Why do
yeah,
I have to
behind
make
closed
anything
doors.
to the public? I'm sure she knows more than any of us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Like, what does she have to say?
I know DDG will also probably be okay, like reputation career wise, because I feel like Shannon Sharp is just podding his way through things too. You know, like things kind of hit the cycle.
Is he?
There's a
You see that
he
guy
stepped
open
down?
you see that guy open the door in that one stream and he's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay, now I know he's breaking character because he used to say stuff like bull job and
I did
Shannon said that?
yeah, someone opened the door during his stream with Chad Ocho Cinco.
I did see that.
He looked at
yeah.
him and said, shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh,
Damn.
Oh my god,
and he's breaking.
Yeah, he's never said nothing like that. He's like, shut your
I just
trap.
seen him do the Dave Portnoy one and it making its rounds.
And now
Yeah.
he's doing shit with Dave Portnoy. Like, come on.
Well, now,
The alt-right pivot is coming for Shannon Sharp, you're saying?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
really?
I don't think he can hang with that.
Bro, Shannon Sharp used to be FUBU. Now he has Dave Portnoy on.
Yeah, but yeah. But man, I don't see those ones going good.
Yeah, he's like,
But let's keep it moving. On to Chris.
Yeah, let's knock them all out right now. Let's just bang them
I
out.
mean, all
Bad
right.
choice of words.
Chris Brown was arrested in London, England, for an assault that took place, I think, in 2023, where he allegedly smashed a bottle over someone's head, and there wasn't a warrant out for his
club.
arrest. He went back to London, and they snatched his ass up.
Yeah, man, you can come over here, innit?
What?
That's
Locked his ass
crazy.
up.
Yeah. He went to London. The warrant was on him. They locked his ass up and denied him bail.
Wait, but wasn't Chris Brown in London like last year?
I don't know.
Or was this the last
no,
time
no.
he was in
You
London?
know the night when Chunks was singing to him in the club.
Yeah, what was that?
It was that same weekend that this thing happened.
Oh, because I was about to say
know
he
that
was
video.
there. Why didn't
Yeah.
they get him last time?
And it's funny because I was with someone and they were like, yo, like, prepare to get a refund on your ticket. And to be honest, that didn't click to me until I was like, yo, like, yeah, this nigga really might not make it on his tour.
Right.
Breezy Bowl postponed.
Like, dead ass.
That's crazy.
Well, you said he's in jail till June 13th or something?
I
That's his-
think
that's
so.
One of those days, like June 8th or 13th or
Yeah,
something
bro.
like
They're
that.
gonna
Well, they denied him bail. So, yeah, I guess he's in jail until.
Bruh, he's beating this, man.
Yeah, I think he's beating this.
I swear that he like posted support for Tory Lanez and he was like arrested and that shit was like that was still up like on his story by the time he got the tape.
Like, free you,
That's
nigga.
Feeds the conspiracy.
Yeah, that's the red pill theory.
yeah.
Apparently, he's going to reapply for bail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To make these shows, because he's going to miss a few shows.
He
if
was
doesn't.
charged with inflicting grievous bodily harm in what prosecutors said was an unprovoked attack on a music producer at the Tape nightclub in central London in 2023.
I heard about tape. I heard that it's bumping over there.
Yeah, a judge refused to grant him bail ahead of a hearing at London's Southwark Crown Court on June 13th.
Yeah, you know someone spiced up that story.
Yeah.
Unprovoked attack.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Chris Brown's just, and I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but I'm just trying to think. Like Chris Brown's just in the club, just picked up a bottle, saw a producer, went bow, cracked it over his head for no reason.
Okay, the thing is, maybe like unprovoked, as in maybe they had something before, and maybe kind of caught him. You never know. That's technically unprovoked. You know what I mean?
Niggas don't just smash you over the head with a bottle.
But
He has
Chris
thrown-
Brown
he
is
has
a
thrown
little.
chairs out of
And
windows.
also,
Yeah.
how come this is the first we're hearing of this? Then
He's a little unhinged.
how come
Yeah.
this is the first we're hearing of this?
2 years
I'm
later.
not saying he didn't
I
do
swear
it.
the news broke about him getting to a fight.
I'm not
when it
saying
actually
he didn't
it?
do it.
I swear that happened. I could be wrong,
But
but
what I'm saying is, where's the footage? A club full of people and there's no video of this?
Nah, that's possible. Now, like,
that's
in the
definitely
streets,
possible.
CCTV, everything, but clubs is like, they don't have cameras everywhere.
but
So-
look-
No,
Tony
not
Parker
club,
bought it.
not
No,
club
London has cameras
footage.
everywhere though.
I'm not. No. I'm not talking
Does every
club.
nightclub have CCTV?
You mean
like
people's
that?
phones?
I'm not talking club footage. I'm talking about everyone else who was
Oh,
in the
scuffles
club.
and shit, yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
caught Chris Brown cracking a bottle on someone's head.
Yeah, that's
No.
right.
Nobody?
Yeah, you're right on that.
I mean,
There's not always.
I'm not saying
yeah.
he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't think it's impossible for no one to have their phone at the moment that Chris Brown smashed a guy's head over.
Yeah.
Bro, if Chris Brown's in a club, there's phones at him the whole time. I would argue that.
There's phones in the club.
There's
regardless.
phones in the
When you,
club
when you
regardless.
took a picture with Chris Brown, right? Were people filming you at that same exact time?
No, but that wasn't a club. That was like a intimate type of gathering.
But was this a private event at a club?
No, it was like a bar. It was like a private event at
Still.
a bar.
But was
She's
it private?
Yeah.
Okay,
Tape's
so-
not private. That's a club.
It's not. It's, yeah.
That's like Rebel. It's like Rebel versus Come See Me.
Did they rent it? But definitely, did someone rent it out?
They could have.
That's what I'm saying. So it could have been a private event at a club.
Okay, I'm saying though. Let's say it actually happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the most feasible thing that happened is that they got in an argument and then Chris Brown escalated it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing compared to these other stories, man. It's because it's Chris Brown, I get it, but like compared to the Tory shit, compared to Diddy, and compared to DDG just now, this is not on the same level.
What do you mean? Like
Yeah.
this is less than
Yeah, man. Shit happens.
cracking a bottle over someone's head?
Did the producer die?
No.
It could be a glass bottle
I mean,
over
you
someone's head could be
definitely-
qualified
I mean,
as
someone
attempt.
could
Like,
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone could die, but the producer's not dead.
Oh my god.
He lived. He's fine.
That's
Yes,
so.
but like it's because it's Chris Brown though. I get
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Suppose he like fucking when Drake and Chris Brown were doing that. Suppose he Drake threw a bottle, right? Like
Do you believe Drake actually threw a bottle at Chris Brown's face and cut his?
then it hit Tony
Didn't,
Parker.
didn't they
right?
say that he sent a bottle over, and then it came with a note that said like, "The girl of your dreams like fell in my lap" or something like that.
No
Like,
way.
that's what I heard. That he sent a bottle with a note, and then Chris Brown
Who sent
tweaked.
Drake sent the note bottle
Yeah,
to
sent
Chris.
sent like a bottle with a note.
I heard
And then
something.
Chris picked up the same bottle.
Oh, so Chris threw it? Oh, damn, he has a thing about bottles.
I
don't
think
know.
I think I heard something similar. I know,
That's
could be
what I'm
wrong.
hilarious.
Was it Chris Brown or
Who
Drake?
threw it
I
first?
thought-
They did both. 'Cause Chris
I thought
Brown
they were
got
both
cut.
throwing bottles
Oh, wow.
because Chris Brown. Remember he posted he had like a huge gash in like his
Yeah,
chin,
like right under
like he
here.
got cut.
There's only one picture of the section after, where all the glass and
and
everything
all
is
the
on.
glass. Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, no. You were talking about your friend who whipped the shot glass in someone's eye. So
What was it? Someone's eye.
aim for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So should that person go to prison?
I would say no.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like this story is wild because it's Chris Brown and he has a history of doing wild shit. But like,
But I would say like people get bottled all the time.
yeah, yo,
With all due respect.
it's fucked. But like,
But also,
The notes, the notes said, "I'm fucking the love of your life."
There's no way.
This is an attorney. This is New York Post. Like this is
wow.
what happened.
Is that confirmed? Is that a rumor?
New York Post, and I'm seeing attorneys being quoted for this
that's
and everything, and evidence being turned over.
That
as to
seems
how-
very Drake coded though.
yeah,
Oh, that's
gonna
what
lie.
Drake would write if it was a note.
I'm
yeah.
definitely that seems very Drake coded.
but also what I
Give us
don't
no guidance.
understand is I feel like Chris Brown's not a stupid guy in terms
What?
of like, can you let me finish what I'm saying?
what?
I don't think
That's insane.
I don't think. Hey, this is not how comprehension happens. You don't stop someone in the middle of their sentence and try to like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think Chris Brown's a stupid guy in terms of if he knows he did something to someone in a foreign country, would just willingly go back to this country and think nothing's gonna happen to him.
He did that.
Didn't he join a gang at 25?
Man's joined gangs at 45.
You mean Briss?
Those are not smart people.
No, allegedly he said he joined that. Like, why am I defending Chris Brown's gang? Like,
I don't know.
anyways, what I'm saying is, if you did something illegal in a place that you are not from, you assaulted someone, would you willingly just go back to that place and think nothing's gonna happen?
Some people when they they think they're untouchable when they hit celebrity status. You know, like nothing's gonna really happen to me. That was 2 years ago. That like he still. But my thing is like, what are you arguing? He still went there. He still ended up in London. So what did you think? Obviously, he must have thought like this wasn't gonna touch me.
That's crazy. If that's what you think,
It's
then you're
either he
insane.
thought it's either he was dumb enough to think this wasn't gonna come back to me, or dumb enough to think that I forgot about this.
Yeah.
One of the
if
two.
you forget about
It's one
bothering
of the
someone,
two. Because why else would you be in London? It's either I don't care, I'm fine, it's
Sorry,
not that
Mike, so-
deep, or he's an idiot and forgot it completely and was shocked. And that mugshot, he looked like he was fighting for his life in that mugshot.
Yeah, or
He knew it
there's
was
a
curtains for
third.
him.
There's a third option.
What's the third option?
And I'm not saying he didn't do it.
I didn't do it, and now I'm in London.
Look what happened to ASAP Rocky.
God, that was crazy.
Rocky didn't do it. He
You're
was
gonna
found.
need Trump
He
to
was
get
found
him
Not good.
innocent.
Was
Is
he?
that a bad parallel?
Was he actually found innocent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
For
in
what,
court.
the-
For shooting,
the LA one?
shooting, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant Sweden.
I thought you meant when it went.
No,
yeah.
no. I was talking about just being in a situation
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
they
He was
said you
found
did
not
something
guilty,
you did.
yes, which is why he's off and free now because he was facing like 20-something years in jail.
Yep.
He's at the time.
Some OD. Yeah, he
rolling
pulled the
the
Fenty
dice.
card.
What?
Free.
Pulled the Fenty card? Oh yeah, I'm sure when you're that rich and you have that many resources, listen, I watch so much TV, you can do anything. Unless you're Diddy.
Anyways, prayers to everybody involved in all of these situations, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone think for yourselves.
Because there's reports that Kid Cudi is gonna take the stand next week.
That's gonna be crazy.
I think
With
it's this
P.
week
Diddy.
he's supposed to like.
Or this week,
in the next
maybe.
few days or something.
He's gonna talk about the potato bomb.
The potato bomb.
Yeah,
But they set his car on fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
They tried to blow up his car.
With a potato?
No.
It's like a euphemism for a homemade bomb.
Oh, well, yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think that's an interesting person to bring on the stand. What?
Did you guys see the convo that they leaked about what happened when Kid Cudi approached Diddy about it?
No, no, I didn't.
Supposedly Diddy said, "What car?"
Oh shit.
and And Cudi said, I bet.
Diddy's
I just
really
didn't do
who
nothing.
people think Suge Knight is, eh?
Imagine going to someone and be like, yo, you fucked in my car? And they say, what car? What?
That's crazy.
I might be paraphrasing. He said something like that. And then, you know, online, people were like, oh, Kid Cudi pussy. I would have blah, 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 blah.
Kid Cudi pussy.
Bruh, you guys wouldn't have done nothing, man.
Also, there's nothing wrong with being pussy.
Yeah, facts.
Also,
Thank you.
they allegedly released the photos of all the sex workers who were involved in the freak offs with Cassie. And they were all men.
Was
What's the problem?
That's what they said.
Yeah,
in
isn't
the,
that what
in
they
the
said?
documents?
They said
Yeah.
he was watching her
It was
get.
all males,
He
no?
liked to
Oh, he was just watching?
No, he was.
He was watching.
I thought the document said he was doing other crazy
Was
stuff.
he not
too.
involved?
He supposedly, after the male workers were done with Cassie would go with Diddy in a separate room and they would do stuff after.
Yeah. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh.
I think.
I just
allegedly.
thought, like,
So Diddy just said, I'm going to need an extra nigga.
which is so fucked up.
That's what he
Yes.
said.
Actually.
I thought that maybe, like, I don't know, maybe like being a straight man, you would bring some other woman.
Nah, man.
I think, but it's
I don't
his
know.
pleasure.
Did
He likes seeing other men pleasure his girl.
Yeah.
That's
That's
gross.
his thing.
So he's like he's a cuck.
He's a cuck. Him and Kanye. That's why Kanye defending him.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Facts.
Cuck gang.
On the
Sorry. No, I just think like, and now people are like, she got cross-examined by the defense. You know, they're bringing up text messages where apparently she was still in contact with him while she was dating her now husband, and how, you know, he asked her for like one last freak off and she was like the first freak off for the rest of our lives. Like, so then people were like, oh, okay, this just proves that like, you know, she was involved and this and that. But it's also like, it's simply that she was in love with the man who was abusing her.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like, it's literally that's not the
Stockholm?
first. It's not even Stockholm. It's
Which,
your
by
love.
the way, not a real
Yeah.
thing.
Did you actually search it up?
Yeah. Oh. Because Trey just trusted the AI overview.
Hey, we need the article in the chat. We need the article in the chat, that Mucho.
Yeah.
Just look at the Wikipedia of
Wikipedia.
of Stockholm syndrome. Wikipedia is highly cited.
I want a
It's
peer-reviewed
not,
source.
it's not the most
It's
favorite.
not in the DSM. The Stockholm syndrome thing is not in the DSM at all.
Okay.
Not in
Like
the what?
it's I forgot. That's where you get all the psychological
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Terminologies? For
not terminologies, diagnoses. There's no Stockholm syndrome diagnosis. Now you could use it vaguely as kind of like a euphemism, but there's no actual Stockholm syndrome diagnosis that has been clinically proven.
In the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
It's not.
But that's what you.
Oh, that's
Oh,
also
that's-
that's what it is.
okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
it's not in there.
That's
Yeah.
the official thing. That it's not
Interesting.
in.
Well, no, I just think she was literally in love with her abuser. Like, that's not a new thing to think of. Like, Tina and Ike, like Ike Turner, or Ike,
Tina Turner?
Tina Turner and Ike, he was beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was still with him. You know what I mean? Like, people are all of a sudden trying to make it seem like, wow, she was in on it because she was still with the man who was abusing her.
Biggie and Faith had an abusive relationship and they were still together.
Exactly.
By the way, it is. I was trying to think of the Jay-Z line. You said eat the cake anime.
yeah.
He's a wild boy.
And
Yeah.
that's messed up because
Yeah.
that was a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like a real thing that happened, which
That's
is like
a wild
super
boy.
sad. I don't know if you guys ever seen that story. What's the movie called? Isn't it called What's Love Got to Do with It? Which is about like Ike and
about
Tina
Ike
Turner.
and Tina,
Yeah, it was messed up.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys a side question now about the Cassie Diddy stuff, right? So a common sentiment that a lot of people say now is like, yo, Cassie's husband must be a strong dude.
Oh yeah. There's a big narrative. On this.
Right.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Zoe?
Strong in what sense? This is not his fight.
It's not his fight, but he's hearing a lot of things that Cassie was going through.
Yeah.
You know, some, FaceTimes when she was with him.
But
And
like
then she was-
strong in what sense? Strong as in like, my girl, like I could never be with a girl who's been abused to that nature, or strong in what sense that it must hurt to hear that the woman that you love and the mother of your children went through that.
I think the narrative is the first thing you said.
Well, then they're fucking idiots.
Hey, and
That's
correct me if I'm
fucked up,
right.
too.
Yeah, that seems to be a little bit of that. But you could say he's strong in the second sense.
Oh, 100%.
I think that-
Because
I
I mean,
think
to
that-
sit there and watch the mother of your children recount her abuse. Imagine watching your now wife
Yeah.
and the mother of your girls, and she's also pregnant at the time,
Yeah.
recounting her abuse and how she was sexually assaulted and physically abused by her ex.
I'm sure he's not.
Is that not going to hurt
In
you?
front of people with the abuser in the room.
Exactly, that's going to hurt you.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
So I would hope, which people are using it from that perspective, where it's like you have to watch the love of your life literally go recount her pain all over again.
See that?
But you shouldn't be, that's a strong dude because I could never be with a girl who was abused to that level and had these freak offs or whatever. Like, what are we talking about?
So people aren't saying that whole thing, right? They're literally just saying Cassie's husband must be a strong dude. But because of the type of accounts that these people are, people are reading into it. Like the first case.
The first one, yeah.
But then I was tripping because like when I first read the sentence, I'm like, yeah, he must be a strong guy.
Because you think of it in what way though?
Yeah, because it hurts to see your ex go through that.
Oh no, your wife go through that.
Or sorry, your wife go through that on the stand. And then of course, there's like the petty male ego thing too, where she got that FaceTime while you were with him. All right, okay, that's gonna hurt a little bit too. You know what I mean? Because
What was this FaceTime that they're talking about?
that's what I'm. That's
There's
like
a-
I think I don't know if it was a FaceTime or text messages. I could be wrong, but
were texting each
they
other.
were in contact while she was dating her
well,
now husband.
No, there's something in the case where they're saying
Yeah.
about while she was having sex with Diddy that she FaceTimed her husband. There's like records of that.
yeah, and there's a possibility.
like
What?
during.
Yeah,
That's what that's what the allegations are.
What?
Yeah. And yeah,
That she faced.
That's what I've read. Yeah.
so the husband FaceTime Cassie while she was having sex with Diddy.
Is that true?
And she answered.
Is that true?
Yeah,
That's what they.
Someone
That's what they
fix that,
say.
please.
that's what they said.
Oh shit.
And she answered like mid. And then what?
I think went back to it.
What the fuck?
What is going on?
Yeah.
Was that?
I didn't
And
hear
whether this is real or not, this is the husband's hearing all of this.
Right.
You know what I
Did he
mean?
know at the time that she was having sex with Diddy when?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, FaceTime. If it's a
Wait,
FaceTime,
So they were. So her and the husband were together, but she was still having sex with Diddy.
Or maybe they were dating, or I don't know.
Yes.
Ventura told prosecutors she had consensual sex with Combs after she accused him of R-word. The FaceTime call from her now husband happened during consensual sex with Combs, she said.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But it didn't say she answered though. He might just called her.
they said the FaceTime happened.
Did the
Yeah.
The FaceTime call happened.
Read it again.
I think the implication is that she picked up.
Is it? Wait, say it again.
Because why would you mention that if you didn't pick up the call?
Because they probably have records. So, you received a call from your Alex Fine on this day. Can you recount what happened?
Yeah.
But I don't think necessarily means she picked it. Probably saw the call come through. I don't know if she picked it up. I don't think she would have picked it up.
The defense, unanswered FaceTime call from Ventura.
Unanswered.
Now.
Unanswered.
There we
Oh,
go.
That's what
The
I'm saying.
defense
Come
asked
on.
me-
Like, what are you guys talking? Like,
There
what?
No, fair
There's
enough.
no way. That's crazy.
She did not answer. No.
Yeah, there's no way she. That's what I'm
Unanswered
saying.
FaceTime call. So did she call him or did he call her? Like, what is
Nigga,
the story?
She was dating
She also
her now
said
husband at
she
the
didn't
time.
know if her husband knew she was with Combs that night.
Yeah. So she was dating her husband now.
Yeah.
I guess they see each other, whatever. But she also, I guess, was still involved with Diddy at the same time. Her and Diddy were having consensual sex, and
he called her.
he called her, but she didn't answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're going through the phone records during that time, they probably
You have
brought
to-
up that, okay, well, he called you when what happened? And she probably was like, oh yeah, we were having sex and he called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it matters much more that he's strong about, just hearing her go through her abuse again. All right, just wanted to see what you guys think.
Yeah.
What's me about the case is like people are saying like, oh, she started it, so therefore like, why would you get unhappy? Like people are allowed to be okay with essential good things happening in the beginning of the relationship, and then it turns bad. She's allowed to like not be okay with it afterwards. Just because
You're allowed to change your mind. Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to change your mind about certain things that you're okay with in the beginning.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Shannon Sharp stuff, right?
No, I agree. But even with that, because like taking it, and this is where I had like this like random, I gotta ask you guys, I asked one of my friends. I had this like random flashback, like doing the whole like Diddy stuff. Do you guys remember the Me and You video?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
what?
the
In the
Minaj
mirror?
one?
No, Cassie, Me and You.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Do you know the song Me and You
Yeah,
by Cassie?
yeah, I remember.
Do you remember the video?
Yeah.
What video? You don't remember the video?
Yeah, in the mirror. Yeah.
She's like in a dance studio, right?
Do you remember the like uncut video, like the After Dark video?
Oh wow, no.
No.
Okay, I thought I was having the craziest. I had to Google this and it came up. I remember when I was young and Me and You dropped, there was the BT version that they played of her dancing in the mirror at the studio in like a bikini top and like sweatpants. Then there's like another video where she's like being filmed by a man and it's like her getting ready and then he's taking her out on a date and she's in the car, and then they go back to his place, and she's like stripping and like taking his pants off. Like that was a video I remember seeing. And
This
like,
looks like a found. This looks like a
Yes.
found
It's
footage.
right here.
Fucking.
Yes.
Was it like night vision at certain points?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember that video. Yeah.
and bro, my thing is no one remembers
remember
this
that.
video. And she was like maybe like 17 at the time.
This was 18
No,
years
no.
I don't even
ago.
want to
Holy
watch the
shit.
rest.
She wasn't 17.
Okay, what, 18, what, 36 right now? So 18 years
saying
ago.
that.
What,
Doesn't matter.
This was
This-
18 years ago?
Yes.
So she must have been 18.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh my God.
I watched like 10 seconds of it. I'm
She was
like,
like a baby in that video.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm thinking now, I'm like, yo, back then I just thought it was a weird, like, why the hell is this like undercover video, whatever, on YouTube? But no, like it was an actual video. And people in the comments like, yo, I thought I was going crazy. Like I remember seeing this video and no one remembers it. Like I'm like, yo, I thought I was being gassed because everyone's like, we talking about, bro, I'm like, there was a video where she's acting like a sex worker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've
That's
never
the whole
seen or
thing.
heard of
It's
that,
like
no.
Okay,
she's
she's
getting
like an
ready and
escort.
she's like recording, yeah, and then she goes to the room and then it's like his legs on the bed. She like takes off his pants and like she's dancing in like a bra and panty. She's like going to give him head. Like it's a whole like crazy, but they never showed that one on TV.
Holy shit.
So wait, did it not just look like her boyfriend in the video? That's not the vibe they're going for?
No.
No, apparently it was
So me and you is about, right? It's me
apparently
and
it was
you.
Ryan Leslie in the video.
Me and You is about what?
Isn't that
Wasn't
just,
she with him?
Isn't that just about like,
I don't know actually.
I've been waiting to get you to my
Was she
room?
with him?
Me and You is not. I can.
That's not about like
If
a.
you read the lyrics by Me and You by Cassie, it is not. No, that's my boyfriend.
Oh, it ain't.
you saw a nasty
Yes,
TikTok
she
about
did.
this.
Yeah,
and
they
went
were
down a
together,
rabbit hole.
right?
Yeah, they were together at some point. Yeah.
So that isn't that far fetched.
What do you mean?
He said that it was Ryan Leslie in the video, and she was with Ryan Leslie.
Okay, but what does that have to do with anything? She's still an 18-year-old.
Nothing. I just brought it up because I was following.
Okay,
She's
this
young,
is,
man.
is this
Damn.
about your boyfriend? You've been waiting so long. I'm here to answer your call. I know that I shouldn't have had you waiting at all. I've been so busy, but blah, blah, blah. I know them other guys, they've been talking about the way I do what I do. They
Jesus.
heard I was good. They want to see if it's true. They know you're the one I want to give it to. I can see you want me to. So now it's me and you.
Yeah, Diddy was writing some freaky
That was a
shit.
sign.
Why is your mouth open?
Because they're saying this video was filmed in Toronto.
What?
And they're saying
What?
the director.
Director X?
I'm on a Reddit page right now, so I don't want to quote anything. I'm
Just
just.
say it.
Yeah.
They said Director X was that video?
Yeah.
No
and they're
fucking
saying
way.
in the video, and this is where I think it's like, this is a Reddit page.
That is a
saying
bop,
shit.
though. That song is.
Yeah,
They're
that's
saying that in the video, there's a guy that's kind of following her that's kind of faint in the video.
Yes.
And they're saying,
That's Diddy.
no, they're saying it's Drake.
What?
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
But,
No,
but there
I
is a
don't
lot of
believe
people saying about Director X. This is just, I don't
I feel like someone just freestyled the Drake
Yeah,
part.
that can't be. True.
Yeah, that video was probably like 20 years ago. Yeah, and she's 37 or 30. So she's probably like 17, 18 when the video came out.
It was 2006, I think.
And that video is literally
Yeah.
like, it's her being an escort.
Yeah.
People don't remember that.
Yeah, I never thought
I
about me
never
and you
saw
like
this.
that.
This is
It's not the only page that's saying that about it, but anyways.
wow.
There's no way Drake is the legs in that video, yo.
No, not the legs. He's
No,
There's
no.
like, so I don't even really want to watch the full video to see whoever they're talking about, but
I mean, the video is not like scary. Like
It-
it's not, you don't, like it's just like, it's weird.
I don't know.
This is literally intro to a corn.
Basically.
Adjacent to what we're talking about in the allegations of this case, I
If
don't want to
Director
watch
X
it.
did that video, that's a terrible video, yo. Like it wasn't even like fake good.
No, this is terrible.
Like,
I mean, and I think with all this, I think there's revelations and everything that are coming from the case. I think the lines, they even hit my line like, "Where you been at?" It's always on some shit like, "Can I get a favor? Where my bitch at?" Like I'm about to tell you where she been at. Costa Correa's, I got her kidnapped. She ain't sorry and I ain't sorry. It's too late for sorry. Sounds way different in hindsight.
for 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Yeah, it's about it because
Oh,
they're
'cause of
saying
Diddy
the
diss.
conflict was more about Cassie.
What?
Huh?
So she was.
I'm the only person that saw anything about that because that was all my timeline. Like
this
after
is too
the
much for
allegation.
me.
Yeah, the Toronto twist is now hurting my head. I think that's a bot. I don't think Drake or Director X did that video.
That's crazy.
I feel like you can search up that information pretty
Yeah.
easily and find.
Like, well, I mean, that video, people, for like, it was like.
There's only Reddit pages saying that about the uncut video, but like the lyrics in 4 p.m. Calabasas, I'm pretty sure that's in reference to that. It wasn't about 0 to 100.
I don't know.
All right,
Let's
can we
move
talk
on.
about something fun?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. What you want to talk about when it's okay for men to beef with women?
Oh my God, no, we can't.
Not off the back of that.
We can't do that next. We can't do that next.
Yeah, not off the back of that. All right, if you guys were inmates, how would you escape?
How would you escape?
So
You watch
there's
Well, let's give background information.
so there was some inmates in New Orleans, baby,
God.
that
No,
escaped
baby.
the penitentiary. And yeah, so these inmates got out. And I think, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
He gave up.
And I believe 3 of them got caught. There might have been
No,
like 13
7
of them.
got caught.
7 of them got so far.
There was 10 of them, I believe, and now there's down to the last 3.
Okay,
7
well,
were captured. I believe. I'll double
From
check.
this
but
morning, it wasn't that much.
I saw a post before we started recording that said they now captured 7.
And then there's this whole discourse. Ugh, I hate the word discourse. It's always usually some negative
Conversation.
shit. Yeah, there was a conversation talk about, people on the internet that just gas themselves up and feel like they're just that much smarter than everyone else on
Oh,
earth.
thank you. Yeah.
And they were talking about how the inmates were doing all the wrong things, and if they were to escape jail, they would know what to do to not
up.
get caught by the police.
Shut up.
So, do you guys think that you could escape jail? And if you escape jail, what would you do to get your freedom or try to get out of Dodge?
It's really difficult, because I know Canadians like to go to America, right? Like they get on the run, that's the first thing they do.
Right.
Because I don't think they're really synced up in the system like that. Like if you go to a U.S. border agent, he won't know that you have a case in Brampton.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess I would do that. I'd go to America.
Go to the States.
How would you escape
People are
jail?
giving different things. Some people say only
Escape
4
jail?
captured. Some people.
Oh, I thought you meant once you escape jail.
No, once you escape.
once you escape jail.
Let's just say you escaped somehow. Someone dug a tunnel and you went
Yeah.
and you got out.
Like I know like YG, for example, he got caught after his case. He got caught in like fucking Ohio. Top 5 got caught in Cali.
Oh,
Like,
like
you mean-
Maryland or something.
Sorry?
Oh, it was like Maryland or something.
No, I think he was in LA. And then like these guys, they live their life for months. So I'm at least gonna extend I'm gonna extend my freedom for a little bit.
Is it life
They said
in prison?
5. They said as of May 20th, 2025, 5 out of the 10 inmates who escaped from New Orleans Justice Center have been recaptured. Corey Boyd, Kendall Miles. Oh,
Yeah, we don't care about their names.
Actually, yeah, I'm
Let's not
tripping.
glorify.
I'm wrong though, because if they literally escape, I'm talking about being on the run from a charge. If they got,
No,
if
they got charged.
They
They're out
literally
of jail.
went to prison. Oh, that's
And went to
impossible.
prison.
I don't know what to do at that point. You guys got to help me out.
Yeah, because the thing is, the stuff that people are saying, I don't think people are really thinking critically. Because,
Go to Mexico.
and I saw someone say this online where it's like, if they want to get you, they're gonna get you.
That's
it just
facts.
depends how bad they want to get you.
That is
That's
true.
For how
Yeah.
much resources they're gonna allocate
Yes.
to try to get you.
Yeah.
You know? And once you escape prison, it's different from being on the run because now it's like you made a mockery of the system. Like they want you
Now
now.
they have to
Now it's
get
like, okay, you're playing with us now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get you.
is it true they left the note that said too easy?
They wrote it on the
On the
wall.
wall.
Yeah. That's
That's
nasty.
a flex. Oh my
That's
god.
not a flex because now you put a battery in the backs
Now they're
of the
pissed.
detectives and the cops. Like, are you crazy?
Now they have a reason to come get
Like
you.
now they're not playing.
The
And when
hardest-
it's time for you to get resentenced, they're putting the nail in that coffin.
The hardest shit of that I've ever
Too
heard
easy.
of what's his name? What was the Median Pablo
Michael Schofield.
No, Pablo Escobar. When he took the picture in front of the White House when he was like number 1 on the most wanted
That
list
was
for CIA
crazy.
and FBI.
Also, Michael Schofield was not hot.
What?
Remember how remember we talked? Did we talk?
Oh,
remember
you're
when?
looking at Tresor like he said that.
Tresor, you're wrong about that, actually.
about that, bro.
You
Remember
shouldn't
when-
have said that, Tresor.
Remember when you guys asked me about was it like white passing men who were good looking or something like that? That you guys asked me. and I
He's
said
Prison
like,
Break? The
and
guy
I
you're
said
talking
Prison
about?
Break.
Okay.
He's actually not good looking.
Oh, was he good looking during the show though?
I thought when I was younger, I was like, oh my God, I love Michael. I was watching, or the girl who does my hair was doing it. Shout out Curls for Crowns. She was doing my hair and she had Prison Break on. And I was like, yo, he is actually not cute.
You grew up a little.
Like at all. With his weird hairline
Yeah.
and his little skinny body. It was weird.
I wonder if that's happened to like girls that I had a crush on like when I was a kid. Then I look back like I was
Yuck.
Oh, that's definitely happening. 80% of the girls I thought was gas in middle school to high school.
Like celebrity wise?
No, in general.
Oh, you're talking about.
You were talking about celebrities.
I was talking about
I'm talking shit though.
I know it wasn't real life.
Yeah,
you kind
yeah,
of grow
Keisha's
up
beat. Yeah.
and you look at people now, you're kind of like, they're not as fire as I thought they were when I was younger. It's very rare that someone like stays good looking throughout the years.
I won't lie.
Yeah, most
On some
women
hater
fall
shit,
off.
Generational 10
the
is hard to
girls
come
who
by.
were gas when I was in high school are not gas, yo.
I'll say it goes both ways. I won't even just say that for women.
both ways,
There's a lot of dudes that are popped now.
Oh, facts. There were guys who I used to love off in like middle school. Now I'm like, God damn, yuck.
They just don't take care of themselves, man.
Ew.
Yeah.
Now they're burst.
Life
And
happens.
then, like, those people just never show their face.
No, they be around. They be around.
Oh, they be out?
Yeah, and I'd be
okay.
like, I remember you.
Oh, right.
No, but that's
You
like,
are
they
not
be
gas
around-
no more.
They be around on the low.
High
Like,
school peakers.
you'll just see them like in the corner at a party. You'll be like, yo, is that?
Yeah, and you
They're
ain't
not
gas.
like lit like how they
fire
were
is
before.
out.
Damn, homie.
Yeah.
That's probably one of
the
the worst
man,
things.
homie.
To peak when you're young is probably one of the worst
a
things you
young
can
peak,
experience, yo.
Probably.
Have you guys had a high school reunion yet?
No.
I think they tried to plan one for my high school, maybe like last summer, and then it got canceled.
Does that even work in Canada? Like, are people jacking that?
Would you go?
No.
I would go. I would throw one.
You would throw a high school reunion?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a weird year I'm in right now because it's like the 13-year reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried. It was 10 years for me last year, and they tried to do something. I remember it was canceled. I don't know, or maybe they didn't. I didn't.
I went
know
to
about
too
it.
many schools. I don't even know what reunion I would go to. So I'm not.
That's
doing
crazy.
You're
that.
like a military kid.
I don't even know what I would do in my high school reunion. I feel like I would just mean mug everybody.
You'd be flexible.
Why would you mean, but these people were your friends?
Yeah, we're not anymore.
Damn.
So
And I wasn't
Fuck outta
even
here.
fly with that many people to like call friend. Like I was cool with people, but friends, I had a small group.
like you know
of
that
friends.
meme of the guy who like walks.
And-
Is he like walking a court and he just like walks in just like mean mugs?
Yeah,
everybody?
you-
That would be like me at my high school
Be
reunion.
like that terrorist?
And all
Yeah.
the people that I called friends, I kind of kept up with to a degree.
Yeah.
Like I never really fell off with people that I actually considered friends. Like
You wouldn't be interested in what everybody's doing?
not really.
They know what
Why
I'm
would you
doing.
care?
I don't really care. Yeah, I don't
They
really
do know
care.
what you're doing,
I
so.
went to a pretty tight-knit school. You know what I mean? It was a
Yeah.
small school.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
And that's different because, like you said, like that was your bag. I didn't really form connections with people. I went to like 5 schools.
Yeah. I went to the same school from 7th grade to 12th grade.
That's crazy.
Shit.
Shit.
Wow.
Damn.
So you knew
Community.
every crack and crevice of that high school, huh?
Facts.
That's crazy.
I used to be jealous of you guys English schools and shit because you guys had like so many people there. It used to be like, I used to feel like y'all had baddies there and shit. I look around
There
like,
was
damn.
back in the day.
I look at my classmates like, damn.
Yeah, you went to a French Catholic school.
A French
Right?
Catholic school.
I feel like a lot of like, and this is no tea, no shade.
Y'all had no juice over there.
Yeah, this is no shade. Like, what this is literally with all due. I feel like all the girls who were like super gassed back in the day are either now. Actually, no, it's gonna sound really mean. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Just finish this thought.
we already know what you're thinking.
Yeah, we know what you're
Just
gonna
because you see the person in your head while you're saying this,
It's
like
really
they
bad.
won't
I
know.
can't
They
say
won't
it.
know.
I'm gonna sound mean.
Go ahead.
Hey,
It's
when you
fine.
guys encourage me to be mean?
Just say they're popped.
We hate. This is what we do. We
It's not
hate
even
on stuff.
popped. It's worse than popped.
What?
They're popped and they popped.
What are they, goofy or a clown? Like what? How bad can it be?
All right, there. I feel like this is not some, not all. Let me say
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
A lot of the girls who were gassed in high school or middle school turned out in 3 categories. They're either
Popped.
single moms,
Oh, okay.
sex workers,
Damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
or just now super mid.
Oh no.
You're not wrong about any of that. That's not even a hot take.
Well, I guess being mid is the best. Like,
Depends on your thoughts about sex workers.
Yeah. But a lot of
it's
the girls
still
who
the best
I
option.
like, a lot of the girls who I know, like, oh yeah, like they used to get, like she was thinking high school, either single mom,
yeah.
sex worker, or she's kind of mid now.
All right, when you say sex worker, like,
Stripper, escort,
damn, they work in the
God.
telly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you cool with any of those? The ones that you're thinking of?
I was cool with some of them, yeah. Not like friends, like cool, but like I would know them. Oh, I remember her name. Like I
Let me ask
remember
you this.
her.
Were you surprised that that was their outcome?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah,
Yeah.
got me.
Did you guys ever? Did you guys ever grow up and spin the block on a high school? Yeah, I mean,
That's a-
like for your younger self.
We've
Great
talked about this so
question.
many times.
Have we?
Yes.
Once.
We've talked about this where you'll spin the
I
block to
haven't,
like.
but they've come to me, and I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, okay, that's a new development.
Oh no, like I mean, like not recently. No, not recently.
Last weekend? No, I'm playing.
Yo, chill. No, I mean years ago, like the high school whatever comes to you, and it's like, hey, I remember when you.
Yeah,
I remember too.
Yeah, because you realize it's just for your ego, man. You know.
Yeah, that's not a spin around the block you want to take.
Yeah,
It's just like, okay, I'm done.
you know, that girl's 100 pounds heavier now, man.
Hey, come on,
wasn't
man.
saying that.
Come on, Mucho.
And y'all were saying I was fat.
Come on,
Wait to
Mucho.
put that in. Holy shit!
Why does that have to be
on,
it, Joe?
It is funny though the way that obesity offends Mucho. Like it really, like it bothers him. He sees someone big and it's like,
Like,
why
come
do you
on,
make yourself?
man.
No, I don't do that. I
know.
Like,
I'm gonna toss
I
that
make
out
my
too.
jokes, but I don't do that.
oh my
I think
god.
it offends you a little bit though.
Okay, well, anyways, how are you guys escaping the jail? No one actually gave a plan.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not. It's over.
Is it like I'm escaping
No,
a
we're
life?
out.
You're
How do
already
you
out.
stay
You're
out of
out. What are you
jail?
gonna do?
Yeah,
Why
I
are
know,
you
but
out
was
of
I
jail?
in for life?
Let's say so.
Yeah.
Matter. You're escaping.
Yeah, you're in for life.
Then I'm taking extreme measures to try and stay out. I'm gonna get plastic surgery or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
right? Get a new identity.
Wait, no. What money? What money?
You're
What money?
toast.
I know. I skipped some
Do
steps.
you know the
I know that-
episode of The Office when he takes the face off he takes the face off the dummy and he's like that would be Clyde
the
with a
CPR.
new face.
First,
the CPR episode. Yeah.
And they're like,
listen.
Quite literally the best
He's like,
episode of
listen.
Office. But
First thing I'm doing, I'm cutting off my beard, shaving off all my hair.
not doing nothing.
No, but it's a step. It's a step.
It's a step.
You gotta get
I'm
like
getting
face
tatted
tats.
up and yeah.
The network that you would have to be able to like get out of the country would have to be insane.
You think so? Would it be that hard?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Even if I'm like immediately. Like I'm not that, would I be that recognizable to not be able to get on a plane?
Well, you need
plane?
ID.
On a plane?
You need ID
You're
or
lucky to
passport.
get in a car.
Why were you even? Hold on, no. We can't
Wait,
skip
what
over
was
that.
your plan for
No,
that? Like, how are you gonna get on?
Wait. Zoe said,
Yeah, no, bring it back.
we need to. We can't gloss over that. She said, get on a plane. You're gonna go to one of the most secured places in the whole country and think you're gonna get on
How
a
would they
plane?
know?
Because first of all, what ID are you using to get through the airport security?
My ID.
The fugitive.
You know how being
You're gonna
But
use
okay, maybe I'm underestimating how strong the system is.
Zoe.
Like, am
as
I-
soon as you escape, your face is everywhere.
you're on cereal
You're in the
boxes and
system.
stuff. You're
even sunglasses on or like a pair of glasses or something.
Oh, they
Yeah.
tell you to take it off.
Who do you think
She's
you are?
dead ass right now.
She's dead ass.
No, who do you think you are?
I'm trying to think like
You think like when you scan your passport,
Right.
you're not gonna be flagged?
okay, maybe I'm
Instantly?
really underthinking what this means. So when you scan your passport, what are they seeing?
Everything.
Everything.
They're
Your
seeing your
information
criminal
about
history.
you.
Really?
Everything.
Oh, I did
They're
not
seeing
know
your
that.
high school
No.
transcripts. They're seeing everything.
No, not your high school transcript.
But everything. Like
Really?
you're not
Dead ass?
getting by.
Your
No,
basic
no,
information
no.
that's connected to the jail system
I
that
thought
you're
they
in.
just see my name, birthday, all that.
What the fuck?
I had no idea that that's what they were doing.
They see
What do you think they
everything
actually do?
about.
So you're hilarious.
This is
man.
why people that they feel could be like terrorists get flagged. Because they know
Wow.
stuff. They know stuff that you said online.
Yep.
They know your criminal history. They know
Yes.
everything about you. If you've
From
ever
my
done
passport?
anything, yeah.
Yeah. Some of these people.
Information
Some of
is
these
in
people.
that.
Some of these people. They get your information and they Google you to see if you're actually coming for leisure or work.
That's why they
Like,
ask
Yeah.
you.
She's doing this for the plot.
That's what
No, I'm being so. I didn't know they went that in depth.
Yeah. So
I'm
you.
being
Why
so
do you think they
serious.
ask you, Are you
Customs.
coming for work or pleasure?
No, I understand that. I just feel like that's just like a standard. But like, I say pleasure.
No, when
work.
they swipe your passport, they see
Everything.
But what are they seeing though, for real?
everything. Anything
You're-
that's needed to be seen.
Anything that's connected
What
to
is linked to my passport other than like the information
Your
that
criminal
I gave?
charges.
Okay, I get that.
So you just left prison.
Yeah, see, as far as I know, you're supposed to be in
supposed
jail.
to
Now
be in
you're
jail.
Oh, I didn't even take that
But
in.
it's, no, and
I
it's
really
not
did
even.
not take that
but here's the
in.
thing, it's not even just gonna say in jail. It's gonna say escaped.
Oh yeah, because they probably do like an alert.
Yes, immediately.
Let's
You're
give Zoe a second chance. What's the next step you're doing? Not going on the plane.
Okay, so
Let's
now
get
on
on
a
a plane.
plane.
So now that
Where are you going?
And let's say you get on the plane. You don't think there's gonna be marshals waiting for you as soon as you land?
It depends on where you go, because some places don't have extradition.
You gotta go to
Extradition, is that the
Thailand
word?
or something.
Extradition.
Thailand.
No, in Thailand. I think my sister and I googled it. I think it was Thailand,
Indonesia.
Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, North Korea. There's a few.
Thailand, you're blessed.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm going to Thailand.
That's not a good reason.
Yeah, I'm going to Thailand for real. Pad Thai me, baby.
If you're in Thailand, you're
You
either
just watch
hiding
White
something.
Lotus. It's lit over
You're
there.
either hiding something or running from something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's crazy.
That's what they say in the show. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's try it again. What
Let's
else?
try it again, Zoe.
Damn.
All right,
Okay.
this time, let Zoe plan out the whole plan and we don't say anything until she's done.
I won't lie. That was a really big part of my plan. I was just
Kind of stumped you.
like,
Get on the plane.
like immediately just try to skip through. Like, hopefully the alarm didn't go fast enough
Oh
for
my
me to
God.
go home and get on the plane. Because my thing is,
One of America's most wanted is just gonna get on a plane.
even if I have a license,
Right.
maybe I'm really just dumb when it comes to how quickly this stuff is attached to like anything that you have, like your identification.
You
It's
can't
like-
have anything.
It's
There's
like
no
when you
phone.
get pulled over. They,
Okay,
they
so
see your stuff.
Yeah.
I get a fake ID then.
All right, now you're
From
talking.
where?
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Where
makes
though?
more.
This is what we're saying. You'd have
Yeah,
to
you
have
have
a
to be
good
plugged.
network.
Because the cops are gonna go to the next place that they know they sell fake IDs and go, if this person shows up,
I don't know.
No, I don't
you
even-
gotta call the white van like in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and how much did that cost?
Was it like 20?
$150,000 a
Was
person.
it? Was it that much?
Per person. Remember, he had to get his
Yeah.
whole family,
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
needed
yeah.
like $400 or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit. Like
what
that.
cell phone are you using? You can't use yours.
Amen.
Nah, you could use someone's phone, but it's like, what money do you have
Payphone.
to pay these people?
payphone.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's the other thing too. So my mom, we were talking about this, and my mom was okay if, like, for example, like my little cousin, you guys know that's my little brother. They're like, if he escaped jail and came and knocked on our door, are you letting him in? And I said, hell yeah. My mom said, fuck no.
You know you're not.
I said I would take him in. My mom was like, absolutely not.
You said you would take him in?
I said I would take him in.
You're gonna harbor
You're
a
not going to
fugitive?
jail.
And that's what my mom was like, so you want to go to jail?
Yeah, your ass going to jail.
Yeah.
Harboring a fugitive. When you put it like that, why did I automatically say yeah?
Yeah. But when
You
you
have to
actually,
think about it, like, oh, shit.
when you actually identify what it is, yeah, no, you would literally go to jail for harboring a fugitive. If they come knock on your door and they find, like, say it's your brother and
Yeah.
he escaped jail in your house, you are going to jail.
That's the first place you're going to go to.
And that's where the first thing they're going to look.
They're gonna come find you.
But I said I would take him in. My mom was like, you're insane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, how you gonna look at him in the face
that's
and be like,
crazy.
get out of here?
Easy. You escaped jail.
Nah.
Zoe would help you hide a body.
That would actually tear me apart.
What?
If my cousin knocked on my door, escaped jail, and I had to turn him away,
You kind of have to.
oh, I'd be sick. You want to
That
see me
is
cry on my knees? That'd be me. I'd be like, what the hell?
I don't care how close we are. If you escape jail, you're not coming to my house. I don't care.
So for me, I'm trying to think what I would do. First, where did I escape from? Like where am I? Like the town, the state,
You left
the province. Where
Maplehurst.
am I?
Where's that?
Maplehurst?
You left Rikers.
Rikers.
Rikers is gone.
I don't think you
Rikers
could.
isn't gone.
Alcatraz is gone.
Sorry,
Alcatraz
my
is
bad.
gone,
Yes,
yeah.
sorry, my bad.
Rikers might be tough because Rikers
You gotta
is an
swim.
island. So
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
don't
that
know
doesn't
if
even
we
make
get on
sense.
Rikers.
You're not leaving Rikers.
Fuck, I forgot.
How far is Rikers from like mainland New York?
it's probably like a couple miles. I don't think it's like a far.
I know.
far
Let me
drive.
find out so I can see.
I love that.
If she thinks
I thought you was answering that like he knew. Like,
No, but I'm just trying to think.
Swim?
It's like it's a little island. It's like off the coast.
Let's say you escape Rikers, you got to the main.
Wait,
line. What are you
Rikers,
gonna do
right?
Next.
How would you escape Rikers though if you're literally you can't swim it?
No, I think there has to
4,200
be
feet.
there has like
that's
there's
it.
You can't.
you're not
swim
gonna
in
swim. No, but
Shut up.
I don't think you would swim.
I have a better chance getting on the
What are you
plane.
gonna do? Get on this people?
It's a no. There's an in and out. So I don't know if somehow you. I don't know how you get.
You know-
out.
you know what's fucked
So let's
up?
just say you get out, right?
Yeah.
You're in mainland. Now you're in mainland New York.
Yep.
New York, it might be a bit easier for you to move around because there's so many people, as opposed to a place where it's like not as populated. New York, you could move around. You could dollar van, but you might not have a lot of money. So you're gonna have to call somebody. Like someone's gonna have to give you some money or something, right?
Jeez.
Just rob a bank. You're already like.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think I
yeah,
would do
let's,
that.
yeah, let's do that.
You already got 5 stars.
That's worse than me trying to get on the
All
plane.
right. We're just spitballing. That's it.
Escape jail. What's
Realistically,
next? Rob the bank.
all you could try to do is get across the border to Mexico. So you'd have to try to convince someone that you know to smuggle you across the border and just hope that they don't search your car.
Oh, you're right. Now that actually no, you're onto something. Because Mexico is, I don't know if that's a good idea because it's like wild fortified, right? But like I've heard that like there's parts of like the Canadian border that's like you're good. You could just walk.
Is that true?
Where? There's some like forest and shit you could just hike through.
Well, yeah, we have the longest land border in the world.
Yeah,
It would be
that shit is
foresty.
not fortified the whole way.
Word.
You know what I mean? So American people should just come here. All the American criminals just come to Canada.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. No. Let's take in all the American
I don't know.
criminals.
Me personally, I'd be trying to go to Mexico. You
You would walk
gotta
through a
just pray.
forest to get between Canada and the US?
Yeah.
Do you know how probably scary that forest is?
Man, I'm going through
There's
Minnesota.
probably criminals beyond in that shit, bro.
Not even criminals, the wildlife, yo.
Yeah, you scared of them bears.
Yeah,
Probably
the-
getting bears.
the
You know,
bear.
probably dense those streets. Probably scary as fuck in there.
You guys
Hey,
want to hear
but-
something fucked up about the actual prison that they're escaping from or that they tried? It's called Angola.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's an African
I'll say
country
it's a country in Africa, yeah.
where a lot of slaves came from
Oh my God.
in Central West Africa. And they called the prison, just to name it the same as an African country. It's not a coincidence. They called it
That's
Angola.
crazy.
Holy shit.
That's bad.
That's fucked up. I'd escape too. What
Yeah,
the
that's
hell?
where Boozy was at. It was in Angola.
That's
Really?
Inhumane conditions in there?
Yeah, it's a
Probably.
prison. Yeah.
And that just
it's
shows-
a Louisiana prison. Yes.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
That shows how low they think of us.
That's crazy.
But,
See, that's why. So free all the black prisoners. Come to
Word.
Canada.
but speaking of people thinking lowly of us, I saw this video about this dude talking about how he feels like black people have low racial self-esteem, and he made a point. If you want to pull up the video, and I want you guys to listen to this. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. Listen to like half of it and let me know what you think. Because I have a couple thoughts on what he was saying. You know, like it depends.
Low racial. Which one? Where do you have
It's
this?
is the link under the picture.
Oh, under the picture. The TikTok?
Yeah. So y'all let me know what
You
you
can't do
guys
this. This is
think
so
about
hard.
this.
You're not to
I'm here trying to make a seamless transition and Zoe's
Well,
fumbling.
you should have told me before because it's so hard to get this link.
I said there's a TikTok.
Yeah, but you should have said like,
All right, man. It's okay. I'll do it.
No, I got it.
We gotta stop finding bullshit entertaining. These niggas just got low racial self-esteem. I heard somebody say that and I was like, whew, they cooking? That's a good term. Yeah. Low racial self-esteem. Cause look, it's like Boondocks, right? Fleece Johnson, Booty Warrior. Right. This nigga's name is the Booty Warrior.
Crazy.
His whole MO is raping men.
In prison.
Raping men. When he gets freed, let's put him on a 20 verse. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? You niggas is cooked. You're cooked. And you don't understand the bigger game and the bigger thing at play. These people playing real chess games out here. Trying to find ways. First of all, the idea is this. I think it's some shit called habeas corpus or something like that, which protects you from being illegally detained. Or detained without trial. I want you to get this through your head. I'm finna tell you something. They want to deport Mexicans. They want to kill niggas. Look at the evidence. They want them out the country. They want you dead. Look at the evidence. If they wanted to deport us, you don't think they would have been on that? This is a white nationalist country.
Anyways, that's enough.
I'm so lost. What is he trying to say?
I think he's linking the low racial self-esteem stuff
Yeah.
to the current political climate.
So basically, the example he gave was basically he's trying to say, yo, like we think lowly of ourselves and we entertain foolishness because the Booty Warrior, like the real guy, came out of jail and they put him on a 20v1.
Are you serious?
That's what he was saying. And he's like, yo,
I
this
like
is the
you,
stuff.
and I won't see it.
This is the type of stuff that he's
that a
saying
real person?
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
no,
real
it was a
person.
real
I thought
person.
you said it's from the Boondocks.
It
Yes,
is,
but it's
they-
based
they
off a real
parodied the
person,
character-
who actually was doing that.
Yeah, that's a real person.
Like it's a
Oh,
real
no.
interview that they put in the show and like made it as an episode.
Oh, hell no.
Yep.
So I guess I never saw that, but I guess he's saying like, yo, like we're entertained by foolishness and we just do stuff that there's no way that we can watch this stuff or do this stuff and think highly of ourselves.
I agree.
As a people.
Like Zeus Network.
Yeah,
I highly agree. I agree. Why do we want to watch a whole bunch of women beat the shit out of each other in different parts of the world?
I agree.
Like literally, why is that entertaining to us?
That's the same thing I said about World Star.
Why is DJ Snoopy doing Find the BBL? What do we do?
That has potential.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
That one I can let slide a little bit more because no, it's not. No, because that doesn't have to specifically be linked to black people.
But it is though.
Zeus is just a bunch of black people fighting each other.
But it is
Specific.
though.
But it's linked to, you said, it's a bunch of black people fighting. That's linked to black people.
Yeah, no, but I was talking about that one. The
DJ
BBL.
Snoopy.
Man, we've sat on
Anyone
this
can do
couch
that.
and tried to guess BBLs before.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
things
you
more
too.
damaging. Like that, like the 20V one with the
with
guy in
with the
jail,
anal
the
rapist.
World Star, and low key. This was kind of the avenue that I was taking. Remember when we had the debate about like if Will Smith slapping Chris Rock was bad for black people?
Yeah.
This is
Kind of the same thing.
Oh, I didn't know if you were listening. Yeah,
No.
this was the direction that I was thinking because it's like, you know how people were saying that he doesn't represent us?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the stance that Zoe took. Like, he doesn't represent us. And I'm like, yo, I get that, but he doesn't represent you to you.
Right.
But we are all the same to them.
Yeah.
So indirectly, he does represent you. Indirectly, these dudes doing the 20v1s represent us. Because if they see us all as sexual and aggressive, they don't see Jaquan, the sexual aggressive dude. They see a black guy that's a sexual aggressive dude. So when they see me, they see a black guy that's a sexual aggressive dude. So what he does have an effect on me. And what I do has an effect on him. What he does has an effect on him. So the way that we conduct ourselves in public, it shouldn't matter, but it does because we are all reflections of each other.
But that's to me, that is like a slave mindset.
How?
Because white people don't have that mentality at all.
Yeah.
If John,
But they don't need to.
that's my point.
Yeah. But you're talking about.
So we're still entrapping ourselves if we as a collective need to present ourselves in the best way possible because we're already looked so down upon that we can't allow this person to be individual in our race to be a fuck up because it looks bad on all of us because we're already so oppressed.
But what's the.
How do you combat the issue
Yeah.
without acknowledging that though?
Yeah.
Like in thinking.
Well, you
about
have to
from that
dismantle
perspective?
it.
And how
do you
yeah,
dismantle?
like
You have to change your mindset.
So when
Like you can't.
But
Like
a
to
mind-
me, Will Smith slapping Chris Brown nothing to do with me. That's Will Smith.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Oh, sorry.
But
No,
the-
Will Smith slap. What did I say?
You said
Chris Brown.
Will Smith
Oh,
slapped
Will
Chris
Smith
Brown.
slapping
Yeah.
Chris Rock has nothing to do with me. That's Will Smith. So
Right.
I can't take it on. This is gonna look so bad on black people. Clutch my pearls. No. Because if it was two white people, if it was Brad Pitt slapping the shit out of Tom Cruise, white people wouldn't be like, oh my God, we look terrible at these awards. Because we're still trying to earn our place in places, in these spaces. So we got to make sure that we look a certain way or we act a certain way.
Yeah.
Because we're still in the mind of the oppressed.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it on a deeper level. I think I get what you're saying, and I agree in terms of a fantasy world.
Yeah, that's how it should
but
be, but
I'm
it's not
talking
how it
about
is.
the world that we live in. Let's just keep that. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. People, not just white people, anyone else. A lot of people saw that and was like, yo, that was very violent of him. Can we agree?
Yeah,
Right?
it was.
Yes.
Reinforcing the stereotype that black men are violent, right?
Yes.
So now, if someone who gets this stereotype reinforced in their brain is a police officer that pulls me over, who already thinks that this black dude is violent because I saw this other black dude being violent, that affects my life.
But white people are violent every day.
But they're held to a different standard.
That's my point.
But
I
what
know.
does what you're saying have to do when I'm getting pulled over and a cop has a gun to my head? That has nothing to do with that at that point. The trickle down effect from him slapping him has something to do with that.
At the end of the day, we shouldn't be held to the actions of other people just because they're within our
We
race.
shouldn't, but we are.
But we're,
So
that's
that's what I'm
reality that it is.
Like what the examples that Tresor's bringing up, especially the show, The Boondocks, like its whole pretty much thesis is that black people have used up their social capital. And he kind of
that's so
puts that on display. If you watch The Boondocks, it's kind of like he's kind of trying to articulate that. Do you believe that?
Black people have used up their social capital.
Or do you think that it's kind of compromised in a sense from things like this? They see us, oh, that's what you think of yourself, then why should I think of you any like higher, you know? Like
Oh, that's a good
if these are the people in your community that you champion that are the greatest to you, like why should you know? Like it kind of degrades the social capital. It's a concept.
Yeah, and
Social capital does exist, though. I don't even think it is
Yeah.
really a theory or something.
yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what the Boondocks is about. That's
I don't watch. I've
That's-
never
I think
watched.
it's more
what
like
the-
satire.
Yeah, it's a satire, and he's kind of
That's
putting
what-
up a mirror to that.
that's what Aaron Magruder said, or that's
Ooh,
that's.
Clyde's
No,
looking
I'm just
it up.
saying. Is that like
Yeah.
your analysis of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause I get that though, because it's, and I agree where it's like, I think it's not even just about us looking good towards others and the 20v1s and all this stuff play a part in it. It's like us wanting better for ourselves and expecting more out of our own people and not continuing this cycle of foolishness and like negative stuff that we champion.
I hear that.
You know?
Let me just ask you a hypothetical, Zoe. Like when you're watching the news, right? Let's say CP24 over here, and it's a headline about 5 men shot, and 1 stabbed, and blah blah blah, and then they're about to show the mugshot. You're hoping that guy's not black, no? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
viscerally,
according-
you have that in your heart.
Because
You're
according
like,
to what
"Damn."
you said,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have any bias on who these people should be because everyone should be individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's true.
Yeah. So you're
It's something you have to acknowledge in order to dismantle it.
So you're thinking of it from a concern side, like, oh my gosh, I hope these people aren't black. Someone else is sitting at home like, I bet you they're black. And that's the issue, you know? Because now they're gonna
Fuck
see
that
us.
guy.
Right? Look at 6 months comments or CV24 comments.
No, literally.
You see when anything has with black people and in comments it says well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yo,
what it is.
Twitter
bro.
is like, I don't know. I have that
Yeah.
algorithm like on my For You.
The well algorithm. That's
Yeah.
so bad, bro.
It is really bad.
Because it's like,
well, algorithm.
yeah. And the new one that's been showing up on TikTok is
Black
what's
fatigue.
black fatigue?
Jesus.
What is that? What's black
That one-
fatigue?
Ew, they're going hard with the black fatigue shit.
What's
man.
black fatigue? What
They're
is
basically
that?
saying like they're tired of
They're just
black
tired of
people
us
acting up in public.
doing stuff. It'll be like a video of 10 girls twerking on a table in the middle of a restaurant, and the comments will say black fatigue.
or even a black woman arguing with like an employee, and like they'll just say black fatigue all down through the comments.
That's crazy.
Let's see how long I have to scroll before I see some shit.
yeah, like
That's not on my algorithm.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's the thing that I just find so sad, bro. Because it's like I would understand if people just look at us a certain way and we're not helping push anything, but it's like we do this to ourselves too. Like we don't hold ourselves to a higher standard at times, and not everybody. It's just certain people are represented.
What's the standard though? Because people will say like, oh, if you hold to a higher standard, you're an Uncle Tom. So what's the standard?
Do you think they're actually answer it?
I don't think that's true. If
Yeah,
you're held to highs
no.
and you're an Uncle Tom. No, that's
Yeah.
not
Do you
true.
think there's like a picking battles thing that black people almost have to do with certain issues? Like, I kind of feel like there's certain things that maybe black people are especially vocal about now that may not be as bigger civil rights, so like actual like people's lives and stuff like that. And it's like I remember when Will Smith did the whole Oscars So White, you know? And it was like, that was a big movement, you know? Like we really need to make sure that black people are represented properly in like the award categories and stuff. But it's like, there's kind of bigger issues that present to black people in society. Do you feel like in this current day and age where, people are educated in universities and kind of pick their niche issues to really, associate with race politics, do you think that kind of has a hindrance
Yeah.
to the whole cause?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're talking about it last
Because that's what
week.
the black fatigue kind of shit is too. They're just tired of hearing everything called racist.
Oh, no, I'm kind of with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do think we
what
should pick
sense?
battles then?
Yeah,
We should
facts.
stop arguing. We should stop making such a big deal about certain things and
Yeah.
focus on bigger problems.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about like the braids and shit before and the bonnets. Like, man, who cares about that shit?
And that's what they're saying. Like, look what they argue about.
Let's get our money up. Let's stay out of prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I've been thinking too. It's like we could be directing our energy towards like
Something
trying
bigger.
to keep kids off the street. Like, why do I care if this Asian dude's wearing a do-rag?
Or even
you know?
build our own banks.
Yeah, there you go.
And I get it. It comes from a good place where it's like,
Yeah.
some people
Yeah, it
are
does, yeah.
chastised for something that other people are allowed to do. And I completely get that. But it's like, put that energy into something like tangible that can help us. Basically, is like what you're trying to say.
yeah. Exactly, man. Yeah, we
man.
got one life.
And we're all like we all play a part. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect to it. I'm this model black person citizen. I watch all the ratchet stuff. I be watching fights. I be like,
Yeah.
I do it all too. But
But at some point, you get tired of seeing it.
yeah,
I will say one thing about the Boondocks though. Somebody posted this and I'm like, yo, that's kind of true. They really didn't have like one positive female black character.
Oh my God. No, they didn't.
No, I don't think they
pretty
did.
much
Holy
didn't have
shit.
one.
but there wasn't a lot of women in the show in general though.
There's like-
as actual main character. It was like the little girl.
And then her mom. And that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Her
a
mom
lot
was
of
white though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But like the positive. Yeah, he's right. The positive
Yeah,
ones
there
were the
wasn't
white
really
girl
any
and the
women.
biracial girl.
But there, there's Cristal like the champagne.
yeah. It was like those type of.
It was basically like they're all just caricatures of black women in the show. When you look back at it,
But
was
it's caricatures of everybody because the way
but
that
there-
Huey acted, the way that Riley
Thugnificent.
acted, Thugnificent. I think that was the whole point of the show. It was the whole
Nah.
thing was supposed to be so caricaturized. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
the
it's
word.
satire.
That it's satire.
yeah. But there was like Huey's is an objectively good person. You know what I
he was
mean?
a terrorist.
Or well, yeah, maybe maybe some episodes he did a little too much, but he was supposed to be like a valiant guy. Like
Yeah.
there were like even grandpops, like he had his misgivings, but he meant well. He adopted his grandchildren. There were more black role models in it, but you didn't see one.
Yeah.
And it says
Yeah,
something about Aaron's politics. I don't know.
Yeah. But I also don't think Boondock should be the measure of,
No, Boondocks.
you know, that
Boondock-
show was
no.
just,
I get it. But it's kind of striking when you think about it.
yeah.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They coulda added-
Absolutely, yeah, and I never realized that until you pointed
They
it
could
out.
have added a grandma, a nice, sweet old lady.
You know? Yeah. Not,
They
the
even made
closest they had was Medea.
The thing that I realized is like they made Grandpa like when he was dating, he didn't go after one black woman. It was only Latinas and white women.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, do you remember one?
Or
where-
once he was like dating, you mean?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
yeah.
women he,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to, yeah. But I don't know. Who knows?
I don't watch that show at all, so I have no idea.
You
what
never
you're
watched the Boondocks? What? So you're just lost when
saying.
we're
Not
talking.
seriously.
Maybe that's a
I've
guy.
seen
Is that
like
more of a
clips.
guy
I've
thing?
seen
It's
like
definitely more of a guy's show, yeah.
Yeah, as if I
But even I've seen probably I may have not seen every single Boondocks episode.
Not the reboot, but I've watched the
Like,
first.
I've
one.
seen,
Oh, yeah,
like,
OG.
clips or like maybe like some episodes, but I never watched it religiously. Where like I know
Really?
characters, I know the character development. Mm-mm.
yeah. Okay.
What were you watching in 2005?
That's a Raven?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Girls were watching bullshit, man.
that's a Raven.
No, sorry, I thought I heard something crazy.
That was Zoe croaking her neck.
Oh, yo. I thought you had something in your hand and
No.
it made a noise or
like-
something. My bad, I'm not trying to put you up.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's a Raven. Lizzie McGuire, Proud Family, King of the
Audio
Hill.
was-
All bangers. I hated King of the Hill.
I love King of the
thought
Hill. We've
That
talked
was
about
the
that.
worst show
banger
ever.
theme song though.
King of the Hill was a fire show.
That was the
That's
worst
a
song
deeper,
ever.
like, kind of sense of humor.
Love King of the Hill.
Yeah. If
But-
you're 10 years old laughing at those jokes,
Yeah, you were
salute
getting
to you.
stuff.
Like,
King of the Hill.
A deeper sense of humor.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
slapstick. It was like Family Guy. Like you could be 9 years old and be like,
Family
Yeah.
Guy's a trash.
I had to be an adult to understand, like, King of
Really?
the Hill, yeah.
it was subtle. It was subtle. Salute to you.
I get cheese when King of the Hill come on when I was a little kid. Yeah.
And you didn't get it back then?
Nah.
Not really, yeah, no.
That was
no.
not funny.
Lady Word. Really? Oh, that's crazy.
It's monotonous and slow.
Hank
prefer
Hill
that
sell
than Family Guy.
propane
Family
and
Guy was a
propane
trash show.
accessories.
Family Guy is a generation.
I don't like Family Guy at all.
Family Guy is so
Family Guy was
slapstick.
too mindless for me.
Family Guy first 2 seasons, some of the best TV ever.
No.
Those first 2 seasons. But the problem is people just think of Family Guy like the last 15 or whatever. But like at first, that
was
shit was
different.
so
It's
clever.
more the first 6, like in 5. Like there's
yeah.
Family Guy's got some prime like social commentary.
Everything,
I think,
but
too.
everything before they got canceled for the first time,
They got
Canceled
canceled?
around season
Like,
4. I
They got
think,
canceled
yeah?
twice. I'm pretty sure.
canceled once.
Oh, okay.
Canceled once.
thought they got
After like the
canceled twice.
first 3 seasons. And
Why
then
did it get
came back.
canceled?
Low ratings.
Low ratings?
And
Yeah.
then the reruns were just booming so much that Fox had to bring them back. Yeah.
Exactly. This is like when DVDs came in style.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
speaking of things that women watch, Jeff Teague had some choice things to say about the WNBA.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And he's right, man. Did you guys see the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark play?
I didn't see it
saw
in
it
real time, but I
Friday.
did see it after, like the clips.
What did you think?
Wait, explain.
I
for
mean, it was a
people who
hard
didn't-
foul, for
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
But
So for people that didn't see, Caitlin Clark, the white savior of the WNBA,
oh my God.
she just did a flagrant foul on Angel Reese to not let her get a layup. And then what? What did Angel Reese do after? Did she like give
She
her a
like-
look or something?
yeah,
she
she
like
just puffed her chest at her.
Puffed her chest at her, yeah.
Okay.
It's just standard basketball stuff.
Yeah, you feeling froggy? Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Now, maybe this is a hot take, but you can tell they don't like each other much.
No.
They don't really care for each other. They're gonna say the right things at a press table. But Caitlin Clark seems more unbothered, but you know, Angel Reese is just more outwardly in general. And you know, it's some people online that are like, you could tell that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Now, does this have to turn into a race war?
No.
But it did, didn't it?
It does. And then now the WNBA starts saying, oh, we're investigating hate speech towards the Chicago Sky after this stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because weren't
Hate
fans
speech
saying
from the
crazy things?
fans?
Yeah.
That's valid, though.
But
Why though?
What do you mean, why?
In the NBA, they get that every day.
And Russell Westbrook causes a fit about
And
it.
he's pussy for that.
Wow.
but I don't. But
Just
I don't
play the
think,
game.
But I don't think.
Shut
that's
up and
what-
dribble.
Yeah.
But I don't
this
think that's
guy-
what Jeff Teague was talking about, though.
What is he talking about?
I mean, he meant more like, boom, say that happens, and then it's like a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing, and then a lot of people are like, yo, because there's been a big wave recently of like, yo, Angel Reese sucks. That's been a big thing, and people
Yeah.
are roasting her, trashing her, and then some people are being like, yo, you guys are just saying this because she's this, and you guys
I
are
don't think
so
she
mean and
sucks,
boom,
but
boom,
I
boom.
think she moved too quickly in trying to make herself a personality outside of basketball. Yeah, I think she should have really just like narrowed in on like basketball and the game and focused on
You
being
think
an
she moved too
athlete.
fast?
I think, yeah.
She did a Paul George.
Yeah,
there
like
you
I
go.
think she focused too
But-
hard on like
no, but people,
not even Paul George. I'm just saying like
No, Paul George is a decent comparison.
but people are just talking about her play though.
yes, but I'm saying people are also taking in the podcast and the way she like you know what I'm saying. I think she should have just like really solidified herself as like a really strong athlete and led with that persona before trying to do like the media and the journalism and the podcasting and then now she's like I feel like it's almost like too much.
But
Yeah.
it's,
But that has
I
nothing-
will say this: easier said than done as a WNBA player because such a small percentage of their income comes from salary, and then NBA players, you know, it's like let's say what the average person gets 80% of their shit from their salary. In the WNBA, let's say it's like 20, right? So if she cares anything about her bag, she's gonna
But
care
the-
about the off court stuff.
But
more.
the main thing that Jeff Teague was talking about is, we'll use Angel Reese as an example. People been saying, yo, Angel Reese sucks. Look at Caitlin Clark, boom, boom, boom. So they're roasting her on her play, and then they roast her on how she looks. Now, some people turn that racial, some people don't. They say, oh, she looks like this and that. I'm not going to repeat the stuff that they say.
What does she look like? I think Idris is pretty.
Ice Age, the
A lot of people
my
say
God.
that on
Oh, I
the
don't even
internet.
be seeing
That shit
that.
looks like Sid.
yeah, I seen
So-
that.
That's crazy.
Oh my!
I'm not
God.
saying I agree, but I seen that.
Jesus
So what Jeff
Christ.
Teague is saying is he's like, yo, the WNBA and WNBA fans have to basically suck it up because this is how professional sports is. And the NBA deals with this on a daily basis. When a player plays bad, what does Twitter do?
Roast them.
fries them. They fry how they look. They fry their family. They fry everything every day. And these athletes just have to hold it. But people are saying, what? Because it's women and because it's WNBA. If it's an equal thing, then it's an equal thing. You know, like you might. If you're gonna get flamed, you're gonna get flamed.
Do you know how I found out Jason Tatum tore his Achilles?
How did you find it? I found out like
Pick that lazy nigga up. I'm like, who are they talking about?
Oh my God.
so wait, someone said pick that lazy nigga
Yeah,
up.
they thought he was faking or whatever. I'm like, all right, these people, come on, man. Nobody cares about your feelings when it comes to professional sports.
Yeah.
And you guys know what you signed up for.
And then what happens when Jason Tatum has a bad game?
Oh, they posted Toronto guy.
They post Toronto. You post Toronto Tatum. I found Jason Tatum, y'all.
But you know what's
He
a
wasn't at the
crazy?
game tonight. He was at what's it called?
But you know what's a
what's called Ruby Soho.
You know what's a crazy stat before you say what you say? My bad. What they said, I found out on Jeff T's podcast. Do you know that Caitlin Clark has the third most triple doubles in WNBA history?
She's been in the WNBA for like 2 years.
She hasn't played 50 games.
1 year? This is her first. What? Wait,
No,
last
this is not her.
That was the
this is her
first
second
game of
year.
of her second season.
Oh, I see what you mean.
She
Okay,
had that
okay.
record.
The third most in WNBA history. And you know how much triple doubles she has?
How many?
3.
Oh, you didn't need to say that part.
They gotta set that bar.
Listen,
Oh my
the
God.
skill has never been higher than WNBA.
I see people saying how in 50 years they're gonna say Caitlin Clark was playing against Lash Techs and hairstylists.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Like how they say the NBA in the 60s.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good one. But I did not know that third, and she only has 3.
Triple doubles.
Whoa.
Okay, but this is the part that I don't get though. The skill level, it's not like they're playing against guys, so that's why they're not getting triple doubles. It has to be a skill level thing, no?
It's also that the games are shorter. I think the games are like 40 minutes, right?
Does that make a
Think-
difference in reality?
Yes.
What, 10-minute
Well, I'm saying
quarters?
if it's shorter, they should
But
be as
NBA is
fatigued.
what, 48?
So there's an
Yeah,
extra 8
48,
minutes
yeah.
on
What
an
are
NBA
we
game.
talking about?
But I don't think 8 minutes is the deciding factor
Nah.
between them getting the triple doubles or not.
Yeah, because like let's say, that makes a difference. You can't put up as many numbers. Like you have to divide it.
8 minutes is a regular quarter in human basketball.
Yeah.
Like just regular.
So like
What's human
now you
basketball?
got to
not
look.
professional, like just regular people.
Yeah, now you got to look at how many
8
people
minutes?
get
Yeah, right.
get a
In
triple
high
double in
school
3
and all
quarters.
that, you
Like
play
it's
right.
tough.
8 minutes is standard.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
10.
But still, that's no excuse for 3 being the third most in league history. Like, come
Well,
on.
crazy.
Angela Reese set the record for average rebounds per game with 15 last season as a rookie too. You know, like these women really.
She averaged what?
I think she averaged 15 or 16 rebounds a
What?
game
Did she-
and
bro,
set the record for the
She
most
did not
rebounds.
average 15 rebounds.
It was something. Okay, it was 12 or something.
Someone check it.
I'm going to check.
But okay, so what you were saying though about Angel Reese going too fast with developing herself kind of as a celebrity. You're somebody who wants to see the W thrive, right? Like you want it, even in a cultural sense, where it's they pull up and what they're wearing in the games and it being on social media.
13.1.
Oh wow.
And that set the record for most rebounds average per game ever in the WNBA, which is crazy that a rookie came in and did that.
Good for her. 13 boards.
Don't
is
you
impressive.
think though that there isn't really anybody like Angel Reese that's commanded that type of dollar as being a celebrity, the amount of money they were always pocket watching her too. And it's just I think it develops and pushes the game further from a pop culture standpoint, and the rivalry aspect.
Yeah.
People, I don't like the race conversation that it always gets pivoted to that. But if you think about the NBA when that was being developed, what made the NBA what it was Magic and Bird.
I was
right?
gonna say,
and
yeah.
that was a huge race debacle every single time they faced each other from the time that they were in college, right? So these are kind of, I can sound bad to say it like this, but these are low key some necessary growing pains that the W kind of needs to go through in order to be a Premier League.
And I mean, the bigger the WNBA is going to get, to kind of Jeff Teague's point, the more public eyes you're going to get, the more opinions you're going to get, the more negative that's going to come with it when you don't show, or when people, you don't show up, or, you flop in a game or whatever. People are going to actively, look at the Maple Leafs. They shit the bed 6-1 in Game 7. Everyone's talking about get Austin Matthews out of here. He's useless. Like that's a part of being a professional athlete. When you don't show up for your city or you don't show up for your team, people want you out of here. You're useless. Look at me and DeMar DeRozan.
When the finals were happening here, I had to walk past the hotel that the Warriors were staying at every single time I had to go to work, and I worked every game. And I remember they had pictures of Steph's, I think it was his wedding photo, and they had a picture of like Kawhi, like photoshopped onto Kawhi's onto Steph's face. So he's like posed there with Aisha, and it's you gotta kind of look. People are nasty in sports, like. Fandom is bad.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie The Fan with Robert De Niro?
No.
But do I ever think that like it can get nastier with women? It might.
Well, yeah, you're gonna hear some shit you've never heard before.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some uncomfortable moments.
very.
Yeah.
Damn. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you this question, Zoe. Do you think there is a way that WNBA players get chippy with each other, talk shit? Do you think there is a way that Caitlin Clark can diss Angel Reese physically and it not turn racial in the eyes of other people? If she calls her ugly, if she says she's this, if she says she's that. Is there any way that Caitlin Clark can talk shit to Angel Reese about her physical appearance without it?
But why would you do? But that's not. Is that standard? Do they do physical? Like
Shut your ugly ass up.
Oh,
Yeah.
If Caitlin Clark calls Angel Reese ugly, the internet would explode.
Yep. Facts.
I mean, I don't think so because Caitlin Clark's not attractive.
So it's like the
But internet would rip her apart.
With all due respect,
social media would explode.
Caitlin Clark, like that to me, I wouldn't think racially because like look at Caitlin. With all due respect, like Caitlin Clark, come on.
She looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is kind of fine.
All right.
But like, I think
Okay, boy, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know that was your bag.
not my bag, but he's a little elite milk back in the day. But I think that, if Caitlin Clark called Angel, oh, you ugly, like Caitlin Clark, like I would laugh that off.
Yeah.
It's Caitlin Clark. You're gonna call Angel Reese, like I personally would be like, okay, let's be for real.
But what do you
I'm
think
not
the
turning that
masses would say?
What do you think Twitter would say?
I don't know, but I wouldn't turn. It definitely said like, oh, you look like a monkey. That's different.
Yeah, but
Obviously.
Yeah, I don't think she would say
That's what I'm
that.
saying, but it's like, oh, you stupid, like you stupid ass bitch.
That was bad. Yeah.
that was insane.
Yeah.
I'm acting
Or like,
it out.
shut your ugly ass up. Like
think
I
of a white
wouldn't take
person
that
doing
racially. If a white girl called me ugly, I'm doing that racially.
No, I'm not just talking about any white. I mean Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese specifically.
I don't think that should be taken back. I'm saying unless she says like, oh, you monkey, whatever, or like, oh, you, I don't know.
Yeah, but Caitlin Clark's been handling this shit
looking-
pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Is manly too far? You think she can't call her manly?
I mean,
If you're a girl, you call another girl manly. I don't think
if
that should
Caitlin
be that
Clark
bad.
calls Angel Reese manly, Angel Reese can fire.
Yeah, you know what she can say.
Like, she
Yeah,
can fire back. Like, fire back.
I was just wondering your position on the matter.
Yeah, no,
because I
I
feel like
wouldn't-
Caitlin Clark's in a bit of a tough spot.
She is.
Because she can't really chirp like
Yeah, she can't talk shit.
other
No,
people
yeah, no,
can
you can't,
chirp.
no.
She can chirp. She can maybe call her out her name. Bitch.
Angel Reese has protection.
She
right
can't say that word.
Why? The B
What?
word?
now. No.
That has even more racial undertones.
Bitch?
Yeah, but she's a woman. She can say it.
Really? A white woman calling another woman a bitch? White women call me bitch before? I don't take that racially. That's more just woman to woman to me.
Yeah,
I'll call you a C word.
What if they say it colloquially? I don't know. I mispronounced
Colloquially?
that. Yeah.
What, a bitch?
Yeah, like what if she puts
What? Come on. That's not happening.
in a press conference? She says she I don't know.
No. If a white girl if a white
Try
woman
some
like
slang
sees
and it
Rose
doesn't
Red,
work?
she's like, you bitch. I'd be like, fuck you, hoe.
You don't think
Suck
that has
your
racial
mom.
connotation?
Bitch? No.
I don't think
You remember
so.
Don Imus?
Black
Dragging
bitch,
it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Well, yeah.
If
He
white
said
woman
nappy-headed hoe,
if white woman
right?
passes me on
there
the
you go.
road
Yeah, I
and
got
goes,
it wrong.
oh yeah, or like nappy head. Okay, now we're getting
Yeah,
really
my fault.
into
That's
racial
the
terms.
one.
Nabby head hoes. You said it like that too.
Yeah.
And he was talking about a basketball team.
Who said
He was
that?
talking about the Rutgers basketball team in
Who said
2007.
that?
I think a white man that was
Don Imus.
Yeah, a white man that was a commentator of he was commentating black women playing, and he was like, "Hey, There's some nappy-headed hoes on that team.
Oh my God.
I'll see if I can.
Nah, that's OD. That's OD. But yeah, I think
Lost his job.
that's wild.
As you should.
Or when what was the cover? It was like, oh, he's out of his cotton picking mind. That one was OD.
yeah.
Who said that?
I forgot
Someone
what-
said
that
Westbrook's
was-
out of his cotton picking mind.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
said that.
that was years ago though, but literally, which is insane.
But it's just like a Southern saying, supposedly.
I understand.
Yes,
in
but
that
do you
context,
understand
if you
what that
don't know,
means?
Yeah, I get it.
That in that
Cotton picking mind.
It's crazy, especially if you're talking about a black man. But supposedly they use that on everybody in the South.
that can't be.
Nah, that
It is true. It's true.
Yes, but that's very heavy
Of
racial.
course it
like-
is very
Mucho,
racial.
your Aunt runs, and there's a white dude there, and he's kind of nice, and you put up a shot, and he blocks it, like everyone kind of goes ooh, and he goes, yo, get that shit out of here, boy.
I wouldn't take it racially.
It shouldn't be.
I
Some
just
people
get
would
back.
think
I just
so.
get back at him. But yeah, like the internet would if that was nationally broadcast.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm
funny.
pretty sure white girls in rugby used to call me a bitch. I never do that racially.
You
Never
took
do
it
that racially, nah.
Yeah. Yo,
Just eat them up.
Yeah.
yeah, rugby sounded like such a fucked up sport, man.
It is.
Violent.
But she
Violent
couldn't
and
be like,
chaotic.
shut your black ass up.
No, absolutely, absolutely not.
But you could be like, shut your white ass up.
No, I don't think I'd do that.
Remember
But-
Montrezl
but
Harrell
no one
said that
would,
gun
like-
trouble?
Yeah.
No one would trip.
But no one would say nothing
No
if I
one
said
would
that.
trip.
Yeah, dumbass white bitch. No one would say anything. But you
But if
can't say
she-
no. You can't say dumbass black bitch. No way.
The funniest is when Dennis Schroeder called
Kyrie.
called him what? Dennis Schroeder, a German African.
I know who Dennis Schroeder is.
I can't tell the crowd, the
Oh, sorry,
audience.
sorry. They're trying to tell me.
Called Kyrie a nigga, and then Kyrie said, "You can't say that."
Why?
Kyrie's hilarious, bro. I love Kyrie.
Is that whole stupid where people
Yes.
like black Americans think that you can't say nigga?
Yes.
Yes.
That's Al Sharpton's whole thing.
Which you know
Yes.
what?
Yeah, he thinks that nigga should not be a word.
No,
yeah,
not
but
even
no,
that.
we're talking
They're
about something
saying
different.
It shouldn't like black people who are not black American shouldn't be able to use the word nigga
Yeah, I hear that. a
Oh,
lot.
that's different.
because Dennis Schroeder is not black American.
Which I kind of understand black Americans a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with you guys, you know, same boat, different stops. So that Caribbean people should be allowed to say it. But
So which
Africans, we've just been chilling. Shit, maybe I shouldn't be able to say it.
So stop
Yeah,
saying
but
it.
that
I'm
policing,
gonna still say nigga though.
that policing would be too much. Because if I
And
see
then
a,
also, sorry to cut you off. Also, now that I think about it, though, the people that colonized us, you know, they would say it in English or Spanish or whatever. They'd say neg or
negro,
negro or
Negrito.
whatever. So yeah, no, we should be able to say it too. Then
Yeah,
no, I'm back at it. Yeah,
back at it?
I'm back at it. All right, we gotta wrap this up.
I heard
Yeah.
a new slur the other day too.
Wait, what new slur did you hear?
And this is on my bad algorithm. It was like a video, and then they're all commenting the black fatigue, whatever. But dude had wicks, and the white lady that posted the video called him tarantula head. And I was like,
I don't think that's that bad.
I don't know if that's a slur.
That's not crazy.
It's more just like stupid.
I don't know. I was just kind of like, I'd never read
don't
or
think
heard
that's
that
that
word
bad.
before. I thought that was crazy.
honestly, I want to call people with wigs that too, yo. Get that shit out your head.
Oh my god.
Like just wigs in general.
Wicks.
Wicks.
Oh,
No.
wigs.
Wigs.
I heard wigs.
Why would wigs be tarantula head?
He said, I want to call people with wigs that too. I heard wigs. I was
But why would a
clarifying.
wig be tarantula head?
That's why I was clarifying.
All right, I got one last question for y'all.
Oh god, please.
All right. I just want, like, I asked this on Twitter a few days ago, and I'm curious what you guys think. What has strayed further from its original meaning?
Oh god.
Woke, incel, crash out, or I'll give you sassy as well,
Sassy.
Has strayed the farthest.
from its original meaning.
Sassy and crash out.
And woke.
And woke. No points for incel.
Nah.
Nah, but
Well,
still there.
I
Do you guys know what it started as? Right?
involuntarily celibate, so
Yeah.
meaning people that just can't get any play at
Yeah.
all
So
whatsoever.
now people call DDG an incel.
I agree.
Wait,
that
what?
That's,
People call DDG an incel.
I
That
haven't
makes
seen
no
that.
sense.
Why would they
People
call
call Drake an incel.
yeah, people say Drake makes incel music.
Okay.
What is going on?
Okay. Now we're
But yeah, people just use incel as misogynistic.
Okay, and then people are just. I almost used the
But
word.
it's kind of like when you
People are
say
just-
strays from like people just kind of take the meaning and then take the opposite of it and make that the meaning because that's the same thing.
Or they
with
just
woke.
throw it and
woke
where they
used to
make it-
mean you were socially aware of issues
Yeah.
as a black person. Now
it's a negative thing. Like, oh, that's too woke.
Yeah.
Or you're
Now
doing
it's the
like-
opposite, right?
Yeah. Like all these woke people. It's like a
Well,
negative thing now.
Is it the opposite though?
It's a
It's
negative
not
thing.
opposite. It's just in a negative
They're
connotation.
just using it negatively.
Yeah.
It's not opposite though.
It's the same spirit. It means you're awake to progressive issues and stuff like that.
But now they're like, if you show air quotations wokeness, then people are like, oh my God, you in this woke shit. Like
Yeah.
it's looked at as a negative way.
Right.
Like, oh my God,
The
you're,
woke
like, you're
mind
woke.
virus.
Oh my God, you're too woke. It's like, what?
Yeah, and I mean, I've used it sometimes like that. Really?
Yeah, I can see why people would say that because sometimes woke people be annoying.
I think you said something like that too, Zoe. Something similar.
Me?
Because you said like you don't need black representation in every single thing that you see in media.
No,
but
if it's
we're
forced.
talking about using the term woke
term
and
woke.
how
The
you use
Term
it.
woke, okay.
That's kind of what I was saying though in picking battles. Like I think when people like pick the wrong battles, it's like them being too woke or something like
Yeah,
that.
right,
you
right.
know? So,
Yeah,
So we all use it like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
which one's winning?
That strayed the first.
That
I mean,
strayed
to
the
call
furthest.
DDG an incel would not make any sense to me. So maybe incel has to. Incel's up there.
And I will say this: people don't know this, but incel was started by a woman.
that makes
Like
sense.
that term was like a woman that couldn't get no play.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
a woman from
Oh,
Toronto.
I didn't know that.
what?
From Toronto?
And now they say that women can't be.
A woman from Toronto referred to herself as an incel because she couldn't get no
A
dick.
Toronto woman coined the term.
Yeah, it used to
That's
be
crazy.
It used to be INVCEL, and then they just shortened it to incel.
Incel.
Yeah,
INVECL?
it didn't catch on that one, but that's how it started.
Incel.
Incel, yeah.
Interesting.
Nah, I think I might put Crash Out #1 and I'm putting Sassy #2 because I
Crash
think
Out, my
people
guy.
have diminished what
I'm about to crash out.
like people diminish the magnitude of what a crash out is. A crash
Yeah,
is
joke's over.
non-repairable. You
Right.
totaled something. Once this happens, the trajectory of your life is changed forever.
Yeah, Crash Out is Tory Lanez.
Some could argue that.
Yeah.
Some could argue that.
No matter what happened that night.
You just blacking out on a night out with your friends is not you crashing. That's not a crash out, bro. You arguing,
Yeah, you raising your voice is
yeah,
a crash.
you raising your voice is not a crash out. So I might put Crash Out #1. Sassy is definitely close.
Sassy #2. Okay.
Yeah.
What
that's
you
I'm
got,
gonna say.
Clyde?
I'd probably say woke is like because I feel
Woke,
like it's
yeah.
the most like there's so much attached to it now.
Yeah,
I feel like
especially-
the other ones we're saying just kind of had the meaning flipped completely like on its head, whereas like people added shit to woke that is just like, all right, what are we even talking about now?
Yeah. Just
That's in my
especially-
opinion. Like,
Nah, I got you, especially connotation wise and stuff. You know what I mean? What you got, Zoe?
I don't know now because I just see people call. I never saw someone called DDG and Drake incels, and I'm like,
You haven't
you're
So
not
you
familiar with that narrative of
I've
people
never
just
seen
calling
that.
guys
No.
they don't like incels?
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of
That's
that.
what
I've
it
seen
is.
that, but yeah, I guess you mean,
They-
but like,
they just
If a
trying
guy
to-
does something they don't like, if a man does, then he's an
Yeah.
incel, you know? If it's you
Or
know,
if he does something sexist.
towards
You know what I
women,
mean?
yeah. I don't know. I think Sassy's still up there because to me, it's crazy that now Sassy is like, what, like gay or whatever people try to say to men. Sassy to me was just like, you have an attitude.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So then people turn Sassy into this like emasculate. Because like to me, a Sassy man, yo, he had an attitude today.
Yeah.
But like to me, it wasn't like men can have attitudes. Like my nigga can get an attitude with me. But I wouldn't say, huh?
No, you're right. And then
Yeah, my nigga's irritated with me and he gets an attitude. Or not, usually what I say is I'm like, oh, okay, like you're mad at me, you're sassy, you got an attitude, like you're acting up. But now it turns into like this whole like emasculating, oh, he is sassy, nigga. He arguing with women, he's sassy, oh, his pants are cut like this, he's sassy. Like what? When did that become a thing? Now I can't call, I used to call niggas sassy all the time.
I thought it
Yeah.
was always a thing.
But
to be
I did
honest.
like, oh, you're out of attitude. Like, you
was
know?
that ever cool to call a nigga sassy?
Yeah, like I think it was always like this. I thought it was always like this. Yeah.
Maybe like
They just hugged
10,
it.
like 2050, I used to be like, oh, like, you're sassy today.
Yeah, you just have friends. You just have guy friends that allow you.
Really? I never had like pushback. Like I was calling
pushback.
it gay. It's more like, yeah, you're pissing me off.
Okay, I'll take it though.
Yeah.
Mine is incel, especially when you look into like.
Yeah,
The-
I think it's sassy, incel,
Woke.
crash out, and woke.
Because there's even the whole thing you see on social media about women talking about the sassy man epidemic.
Yeah, and it's just
But my thing is, are men not allowed to get angry anymore? Are men not allowed to have attitudes anymore?
It's viewed as toxic
Let the
masculinity.
internet call it. No,
yeah, and it's like
man, you're not allowed to
to be in women's business. They say that as
We're not allowed
well.
to show emotions. We're not allowed to have
That's
an
crazy.
opinion.
buy a
no.
fruity drink
We're not allowed to buy bottles for ourselves.
and not
Yeah.
share.
I don't know.
You're not allowed to have an opposing opinion against a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's automatically sassy.
Because I love being in women's business.
Do you? That's cap.
That shit-
Whenever you be like, this is too womanly for me. You always say, this is too nah.
Yeah.
I like looking at it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't need to give my take. You know?
Yeah, that's all you automatically get called sassy if you're
Yeah.
involved in any sort of gossip or hearsay.
You know what
I
I mean?
love a man who gossips. Gossip with me, please.
Oh, no, I don't like to gossip.
Pussy.
Even if you just listen to gossip, they'll call you sassy.
I love when men gossip. What? Some men have the best gossip sessions.
I got
Yeah,
some
and you
girl
don't
all
want
the
to be
time.
friends
I
with
don't
those
give a fuck.
guys.
Why?
As a man, you don't want to be friends with that guy.
But like, it's like I like men who gossip with integrity.
Is that possible?
For sure.
there
There's
is.
certain men who won't take it all
you
the way.
can.
Like they might like bust a joke,
Yeah.
but they won't like air someone's business. But they might like have like funny commentary when
Okay.
you are gossiping. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or
that's
you can-
decent.
But when I remember like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, just have fun. Oh my God. Like,
Or you can vaguely
Yeah.
tell a story without mentioning people's names or like specifics that can tie it
When
to
are you
something.
Man, that's not
gossiping?
what he wants.
When
man.
are you gossiping as opposed to just exchanging information? Like when
Yeah, what's the difference?
does it become gossip?
that is true.
Listen, I definitely gossip, but if someone was like, "Yo, Mucho's a good gossip," I'd be like, "What? Okay, I'm doing
Yeah,
too much."
that-
If something interesting happened,
Yeah.
I can tell you about something interesting that happened.
Yeah,
if I saw it, if I bear
and we're all,
witness, if
we're
I was
all
there.
guilty of it. We all do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
gossiping,
there's
if I
nothing
tell
wrong
you-
with
I think
little
technically
gossip.
gossip is talking about things that don't involve you.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
telling other people's business, I think is gossip. Because
Like, if
most
I saw-
gossip is like, I heard this or
I saw this
happened, or I
happen.
saw this.
And maybe someone didn't know that you were privy to them,
Yeah.
like seeing it.
I
like,
saw
at
him.
a party.
I saw him with her
Yeah,
making
yeah,
out
yeah.
at the party. Technically, that's gossip.
That's gossip.
Even though
Okay.
I saw it.
So
it's
is-
good gossip though.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
Wait, so isn't spilling tea kind of just like same way?
Spilling
That's
tea is
gossip.
literally
Yeah.
gossip.
yeah,
I
that's
was gonna
gossip.
say, like,
It's the new black way of saying gossip.
That's the woman's business. We like being
yeah. Spill the tea. It's literally just
I
another
wasn't,
thing.
even, I wasn't even talking about that. I was
That's
just
funny.
talking about like people, when girls get into arguments and shit. I just like to see it.
That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
it. See,
You're
you're
like
part of
seeing
the
women
problem.
putting down other women.
Right?
You're part
That's
of the
even worse
problem.
than
like
gossip.
seeing cat fights.
Yeah, that should be entertaining.
All right, let's wrap this up. Everyone good?
Yeah.
I mean, we got through most stuff.
This was a darker episode, man.
We missed a few.
Yeah,
We
well,
talked
then
about some
can-
serious shit.
We didn't even get a title.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Racial
out.
self-
Yeah, you know,
Self-esteem.
next time.
Racial self-esteem.
Next time we can, we'll have some lighter topic. Y'all know me. I hate serious things.
And he leads all of them, embodied it on the racial topics and stuff like that. Not
I
just sort
hate
of.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't do serious.
This will go good with the tech pivot.
I
promise.
hate it. I hate it.
I don't think it was that serious.
that
This
serious.
episode.
It was serious for like 20 minutes, and then the rest was cool.
I think we're all right.
Talk about like 3 or 4 different abusers, and then anyways.
surprised.
I enjoy it. I like it.
I'm not surprised Mucho didn't make a joke halfway.
Yeah, we gotta have like a. But I don't
Shout
know.
out to all the
I think we
victims.
might have like already spoiled our audience in terms of serious topics, but like we gotta have an abuser ban on here where it's just we just don't talk about things that have to do with abusers. Let's keep it light.
I mean, people want to hear our takes with this stuff, especially me from a woman's standpoint.
I
So,
don't think y'all can do that with each other realistically.
do what?
Abuser ban?
No, I don't think y'all can have a serious conversation for too long. Like, I don't think y'all can be vulnerable with each other for real.
Vulnerable?
Oh, wow.
What?
Those
That's
are two
completely
different
different.
things.
than
Those
what
are
we're
different
talking
things.
about.
No, I'm being dead ass.
You have legs on it, but
Yeah.
you're using
No,
different
you're-
words.
You are. I mean, you're right though. Even if I'm having a vulnerable conversation with anybody, I'm gonna crack a joke like 10 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be just like you can be vulnerable and
We don't be vulnerable for long periods of time.
We're not
I
gonna
think
sit
that's
around and
valid.
cry.
But like,
Why
who
not?
does that? Like,
No one wants to be in those conversations for long.
We can try
no,
it.
I
Our
have-
audience likes when we get deep and open up.
now that's real. But like levity needs to be had too.
What?
A balance.
I have to lighten the mood. Like light.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can try a vulnerable episode.
Yeah.
Let's get a
What?
therapist.
Just ask ChatGPT what are the most vulnerable
No,
questions you
literally,
can ask.
Trey has
What
them.
you can ask somebody
Trey has a whole bunch.
Get a therapist on.
and see
No.
who could cry first.
Trey wants people to cry, man. That's all
I
Trey
did not
wants.
say.
Trey wants to clip tears.
What I suggested to Zoe was like, yo, let's just get ChatGPT and ask vulnerable but non-specific personal questions about each other and just go around the circle.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
would do
down.
it, Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I mean, maybe
We
not
can do
next
that
week.
next
the week-
episode.
I mean, next week episode we have a plan. So maybe the episode after that.
After that, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. This is good. Episode 20. We'll be back next week.
You.
Gotta start cutting this shit at 2 hours. We're going way too far over.